They can still see us.
And you all that.
It is Monday night, and welcome to another segment of Gayborhood Friends. My name is Afeelya Bunz, and welcome once again. This is going to be a crazy night. I can feel it already. Let me go ahead and introduce my co-host, Bryce Matheson. How you doing, Bryce?
What up?
Oh,
I'm doing good. How are you?
So ghetto. What up?
Sure.
He thinks he's on Power 98.3 right now.
How was your weekend, Bryce?
It was good. I had a house full of roommate family, and it was very full, and they left today to go to Hawaii, so it's nice having a quiet house.
Are they from Hawaii?
No.
Oh, they're just visiting?
They're
stopping
visiting
in?
and then going to Hawaii.
From Mexico all the way to Hawaii, huh?
Yeah.
That's
How
nice.
was your weekend?
My weekend was it was good. Did I do anything? No, it was I'm like, what did I do this weekend? It was pretty blank. I had a rough week last week though. So,
Why is that?
it was weird. I don't want to talk about it, but it was weird.
Aye.
Yeah, it was weird. But if you see on my Facebook, it's so
Secrets
dramatic.
still keep friends.
You're not my friend, so we still
Oh,
okay.
I thought we were in the Gayborhood.
Set, serve, slam.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special show this evening. We're going to go ahead and introduce our friends from the Gayborhood, all the way from BS West on Friday night. She is part of the Element Show. Make some noise for Miss Nevaeh McKenzie.
That's me.
We have an audience full of people back there. It's like 100 people, so applauding for you.
It's NEV, sir.
Like heaven backwards.
Heaven backwards. Can we change that now? I don't want to I don't want to.
We can call you
I don't want to.
And also,
Bitch, how do you spell heaven?
and also next to Nevaeh is the current Mr. AGRA 2013. This is Gunner Gatlyn.
Hello. What? How come I'm the only one that has to turn around to be on camera?
Well, actually, you don't have to turn around. We were trying to fix your microphone earlier, but you were being crazy.
It wasn't me.
Unless
It was
you wanna
Nevaeh
get-
in her purse.
Unless you want to get close and personal to Eric, I mean, you can scoot over.
Unless you want to sit next to
He
Nevaeh.
wants me to be. Do you see what's happening right now?
Oh, don't back it up now. Nevaeh should have sat over there. He likes big hair women.
What up? What up, dude?
Hey, we also want to go ahead and introduce our tech guy. This is Eric, but he is my token straight boy, I call him. My TS.
Or transsexual bottom. TSB.
Oh.
Oh, hey. That's a new one.
So how was your weekend, guys?
Mine was good. It was Pride weekend, wasn't it? Wasn't it last weekend?
That was
that was last week.
Was it last weekend? That's
You're
what
a
I
week
thought.
behind.
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah, you skipped something.
no, it was good. I mean, I performed a lot, so.
How was
No.
that?
It was all right. I performed at Charlie's both Saturday and Sunday, so
Oh, you did?
I did.
This
I
past
didn't go.
weekend?
I was at Charlie's last night. You weren't there.
No, not Pride weekend. I'm not talking about this past weekend.
We're talking about this
you're
past
going
weekend.
I know.
back.
I am
You're
going
bringing
back.
up old shit, bitch.
No, where was I? Well, Saturday I hosted Bedazzle at Friends. Victoria Bacon and that crew was out of town, so I hosted
Oh, that was at
show.
Sochu House.
No, that was at Friends.
Friends
What
again.
was that Sochu House that you did?
That's
It's not
that's
yet.
2 weeks from now. That's April 27th.
Okay.
Welcome
We'll get
back
into
to
that
bringing up
later.
old shit.
Right. No, Friday was my
And he didn't
element
drink
show.
and we did. He doesn't know what's going on.
No, Friday was my element show. Saturday was Friends, and then Sunday I hosted the Greek God Review at Apollo's. So that was fun last night.
What is the Greek God review?
It is the Valley's. I think it's one of the Valley's longest running strip shows. And it's just strippers coming out in the Apollo's Lounge.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later, strippers
Yes.
and stuff.
Yes.
So, you guys, we are broadcasting out of Phoenix, Arizona, but we are broadcasting nationally on the internet. So thank you so much. Let's see. Let's check out our chat room. See how many people we got in there.
One user.
There you go. There is a user in the chat room.
It's me.
Wow.
It's-
I logged in
I'm
from
on
my
my
cell phone.
iPod. I'm on my iPod.
How was your weekend, Gunner?
My weekend was great. I worked, not performing work, but other work, day job work. And I went to Charlie's last night, and Nevaeh was not there. That's how I knew she was bringing up old shit. But Pussy LaHoot and Barbara Seville and Sasha Van Cartier were there, and it was fabulous. Oh, I didn't make that noise.
Sorry, I farted.
Oh.
Bryce didn't have his fiber today. His stomach's acting up.
Before we go any further with the show, you guys, we want to go ahead and from as we all know, today in Boston was a little tragedy going on. So from everybody here in Gayborhood Friends and Q Talk America, all our thoughts and prayers are with everybody who was in at the marathon and in the marathon who got injured or had was deceased
Losses.
after. Yes,
Affected by it. Yeah.
that was crazy.
I think currently there still are 2 fatalities.
2 deaths, and there was almost
There
almost
was over 30.
no, there was over 100 and some already.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Injured?
Yeah. So so all our thoughts and prayers goes out to everybody there. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this show going. We have a great show, you guys. We have, of course, we have the 2 lovely. We have Gunnar and Nevaeh, and a little later we have people calling in.
Lovely.
And
She said you're lovely.
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 Oh, no.
As you all know, we are non-scripted and non-rehearsed and non-professional talk show. So welcome back to Gayborhood Friends. Let's go ahead and start off with our celebrity gossips. Gossips?
Gossip?
Gossip.
That's the S on the end? Good Lord. Gossips.
Are you slurring already?
I'm always slurring, honey. It's part of my Latinoisms.
Right.
So is that... Isn't... Never mind, I'm not going to go there.
Go where? Where do you want to go?
Oh, nothing. Remember,
Wait.
secrets. We keep secrets in the Gayborhood, apparently.
Maybe
Secrets
Joe
don't make
House.
friends.
Can we pan back to Bryce and can I see the information that's underneath? Why do you have Bryce Matheson too?
Because there's more than one. He has 2 faces.
There's 2 Bryce Mathesons.
Oh.
When I enrolled in Facebook originally, it was when Facebook was only just for college students, and there was another Bryce Matheson, so I had to put...
Oh, I just thought maybe you were that fucking conceited that you had you had to have 2 Facebooks. Like, how many idiots in the world are gonna friend you twice?
He's got like 6 of them. Bryce Matheson.
I'm popular.
Right.
No, you are. I love it. I just thought that was funny. Thank you. Sorry. Go back to your gossips.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, over here in Tinsel Town.
Why do you keep saying Tinsel Town?
It's what
Can we
Hollywood
go over
is.
That's
that?
what it's called.
It's not Tinsel Town. I have never heard it be
Yeah.
called Tinsel Town.
Thank you,
That's
Nevaeh.
because you don't read. That's the problem.
I do.
Apparently,
I do provide the gossip.
So back to Tinsel Town. The Osbournes are splitting up, ladies and gentlemen. Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy Osbourne. After 31 years and 3 kids later, they're splitting up.
Well, isn't he on his way out the door anyway?
Well, I'm just wondering how he understood that that's what, or like, if he was the one who initiated the conversation. And she was like, "Bitch, he's leaving me."
Ozzy,
Right?
Ozzy, I want a divorce. Oh, Ozzy.
And there we have it. The impersonators of Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne.
We'll be here till Thursday.
We're taking our show to the road. That's what we do. That's what we do, ladies and gentlemen. We're all about voices up in this bitch.
Yes.
Ozzy.
That's all I got. That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. I like that.
I like
was-
that.
Yes, we're gonna. This whole show's gonna be gone. What do you have, Bryce?
Okay, I have Farrah Abram, who is the first original teen mom on MTV show, reported to TMZ photographer about the sex tape scandal with ex-boyfriend James Dean.
What's wrong? Is he not too close to the black thing?
I
You want him closer?
think your token straight boy might have a thing for Bryce.
Why are you watching my lips?
He wants you to put your lips around the black thing, sir.
He keeps adjusting your shaft
I
there.
can hear him.
Anyways,
Oh.
Farrah Abram quotes, "I don't need it to talk negatively about someone because I have nothing good to say," before adding that he should really just get out of the porn industry because things got have got. Can you not hear me?
Wait, she's in the porn industry?
No, the ex-boyfriend is.
Oh.
And apparently there's this big sex tape scandal that a sex tape was leaked, but later it came out that she's offering money for the sex tape. So it's just another way of her to get back into the publicity.
Well,
Well,
first
those
of all-
huggy jeans are expensive. Gotta pay for it somehow.
Well, first of all, she's a teen mom who was pregnant at 16 on MTV. That's
Right.
retarded. Who promotes that shit? I don't,
MTV.
I don't watch it. If you watch it, I'd rather watch Honey Boo Boo Child. She's
And
more
us,
intelligent.
Not Honey Boo Boo.
You don't like I love Honey Boo Boo.
I don't. Well, I don't watch a lot of TV. I watch Netflix, so I have a lot. I like to watch the old movies.
I can't afford cable.
Well, I have internet TV, bitch. Screw that.
Do you have that? What's that called? You
Apple TV.
No, we have Roku, which is actually a little bit better.
That is so awesome.
I love Roku.
Except for I
Roku.
lost my remote and now I have no Roku.
Just use
Apparently,
you can use your. You can download.
yeah,
an
but
app.
it doesn't work if you've reset your Roku and you have to select the language. You need a whole new remote for
Do you
that.
need Espanol? Did you help him?
Bitch, I don't speak Spanish.
Oh, yes, right. You're a hoe. You're Chinese.
Okay, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Hart was arrested for DUI this weekend. Do you know who Kevin Hart is?
The wrestler?
Kevin Hart.
Wasn't he a
Kevin
wrestler?
Hart is the comedian.
Yeah.
The little black guy.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to avoid. I was trying to avoid the label.
Chocolate
Thanks.
Man.
But no, wasn't there a wrestler named Kevin Hart on WCW?
Yes.
Or WWE? Okay.
Bret Hart.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There wasn't a Kevin Hart. Was there a Kevin Hart?
Yeah. There was Brett, Owen, and Kevin.
Give us an example.
Ah.
Can you give us like a
Bret Hart was.
charades type?
Come here. Yeah, let's do a charade. See if we can guess who you're doing. Hell yeah.
And go.
I would, but we're on camera.
Hell yeah.
So did you guys ever watch the movie, the original Pippi Longstocking?
No.
Really? I would have thought you.
Yes, I love Pippi Longstocking.
I watched it, and the actress herself, I don't know how old she is now, but apparently she's old. She's old. Thursday, April 11th, she was arrested for allegedly assaulting her roommate.
Oh.
And why is that?
DVD sales were down.
Roommate pulled on the ponytails. Bad.
I love her
She
restaurant.
pulled the ponytail.
Right.
Is that true? Was I right?
No.
Oh.
I didn't get any more info than that.
Oh, that
Oh.
sucks.
Well,
So that's how you got me. She was just arrested.
That's it.
well, way
For
to leave us
assault.
all hanging.
Right. Wow. Jerk.
Did anybody watch the MTV Movie Music Awards?
I don't have
Movie
cable.
awards.
Hey,
Movie
remember
awards.
that conversation we were talking about not having cable?
Right.
I still don't have it.
You can go online and watch it.
I have Hulu Plus, so I'll have to wait for to be.
Tomorrow?
I'll have to wait till tomorrow for it to be added in.
I forget about
It's on
Hulu.
today.
I heard the movie awards kind of sucked.
Yeah, they kind of were lame.
Yeah, I think I saw Selena Gomez's performance on YouTube, and I watched about 30 seconds of it. And if I had watched any more, I'm pretty sure I would have been paralyzed. Or
Turned into
I actually
Selena
had an
Gomez.
out of body experience 15 seconds in, and I was not allowed to re-enter myself until I turned it off and went back to my Facebook. So
Sounds spiritual.
So there's that.
it was horrible. Selena Gomez's performance was horrible.
We're gonna bring her back to her body now.
Well, Aubrey Plaza, I don't know. You guys know who that is?
No.
No.
He knows who it is. Who is she? Because I
No,
tried
he
picking
has
up
to
some
talk.
dirt on
He has
her.
to,
He has to Wikipedia her. We're going to take a moment to pause to Wikipedia Aubrey.
She was probably best known for Parks and Recreation as one of the receptionists or something in it. My personal favorite role
Leading
of her
role.
was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World as Scott Pilgrim's sister. It's amazing. If you haven't seen the movie, check it out.
This is obviously straight stuff.
I was going to
I've
say
never
he's
heard
way
of
too.
any of
like,
that stuff.
do you hear his voice? He's like, "Hey, I'm not really straight."
What?
That's just what I heard. He's giving me like me mugging the shit out of me, isn't he?
Just look at the camera. Just look up and see.
So what
Wait,
about
where's my
anyways?
camera at? I don't-
Aubrey Plaza apparently pulled a Kanye West to the Taylor Swift incident and walked up on stage in the middle of Will Ferrell's speech for winning the Comedic Genius Golden Popcorn Award. She literally walked on stage with a cocktail glass in her hand, stumbled, tried taking his award away, and Will Ferrell just looked at her and said, "Can I help you?
Nice.
Are you okay?"
That's a typical Sunday at Charlie's.
I was like, that's a couple times
What to say?
She kicked off her shoes on her way down, stumbled, threw her glass down, and sat back down in her chair. And someone wrote in marker on her chest something, I couldn't figure out what it said, but she looked like a hot mess.
Yeah, you can see the same thing Friday nights at Elements as well. So, if you missed it.
Nevaeh will go ahead and impersonate that on this Friday. So if you're in Phoenix, please go over there and check this out.
I'll make a mix.
I want to see the golden popcorn in your hand.
I can't do that because I'll just end up eating it. So,
But you know they got that edible paint though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Ooh.
I'll cover it in edible paint and I'll eat it.
I think I might have to attend one of your shows finally.
A golden nugget.
Bitch.
A golden
Shit, a golden nugget.
She might shit out a golden nugget. That's what you just said. Ladies and gentlemen, Lindsay Lohan is out there partying again, ladies and gentlemen. She went to Coachella this weekend. Is it this weekend? Yeah, Coachella. You know what that is, right?
Yes, it's a
I didn't hear
festival.
about it until last weekend at Pride. Someone mentioned Coachella, and I never heard about it until... What is it?
It's this huge music fest
Yeah,
out
it's
in
a huge
California, I
music
believe
festival,
it is.
yeah.
It's everybody goes to it. Lindsay Lohan was there.
Well, it's at first it was kind of like underground artists, but now it's gotten to that like
Mainstream?
we're trendy, we're bohemian, boo 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 boo.
you know that stuff. So a lot
I'm
of
sorry,
the,
how was that?
a lot of like the trend people, like the trend actresses, like I'm not a celebrity, I'm bohemian, I come to Coachella. Yeah, so
Well, wow.
it's a really amazing festival. I watch it live almost every other year. So
You watch it
year.
live on what?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
You Roku it.
Roku.
Thank you, sir.
Roku search.
Roku
Amanda
the festival.
we have more news on Amanda Bynes. She pulled a Britney Spears this past week.
She shaved her head?
She
That's
shaved
what
her
I
head.
was thinking.
Did she really?
She shaved
Seriously?
her head.
Oh.
She shaved her head because her hairstylist,
Fucked it up.
John Barrett. Pretty much. That's what happened.
I'm going to shave my head. He
Right.
fucked it up. Bitch, it grows back. You're a hairstylist, aren't you? Doesn't it grow? How long does it take hair to grow back?
Depends.
Look at Nevaeh's hair. Nevaeh, how long does it take you to grow that hair?
3 minutes.
As long as
Or
it takes,
unwrap it out
I
of the
took it
bag.
out of the bag and
long
I
as it
brushed
takes
it
the
out.
glue to set.
3 minutes.
Apparently, she had to shave her head though because the extensions that John Barrett put in before got so corroded that it ate away her hair and her hair started falling out. Literally, I don't know how this happened. I've never heard of something like this happening.
What kind of glue was he wearing? She's using?
I'm sure
Gorilla
it wasn't
glue. Gorilla glue.
I'm sure it wasn't glue.
Gorilla.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Gross.
so she has no hair.
Do we have a
Well,
picture?
that's
of
not
her?
really pulling a Britney Spears because Britney
Actually,
did that to
She did
herself.
it intentionally.
Yeah.
And she still rocked it.
Yeah,
Well,
Just saying.
good for
technically-
her.
Technically, she didn't have to shave her head because they cut away the extensions, but she went back through and just shaved it all off.
Oh, so there's no because I was gonna say, bitch, you could put Aquaphor on that
Because-
shit. It'll heal right away. That's
Well,
what I do.
Amanda Bynes
Aquaphor.
isn't obviously the kind of person that's going to glue a weave to her head. She's going to have a bead or have it threaded or anything like that. So I'm willing to bet that there were chunks missing out of her hair and it looked like a hot mess. So she just went
Well,
through
don't they
and
have
shaved it.
hair extension clips by Jessica Simpson? They could just clip that shit in instead of gluing it
Maybe
in.
she doesn't like Jessica Simpson.
I guess not. Oh well.
See, I don't. These stars are crazy. I mean, I know they're real people, but goddamn, people, DUI, shaving head, doing the drugs, partying.
I want to touch on something because
Touch
I
it.
saw you posted something about Justin Bieber this past week.
Yeah, everyone made a huge stink about Justin Bieber's.
I think it was a little overrated.
Would you explain that to me? What happened?
It was, I guess, Justin Bieber had when on his tour he visited Amsterdam or
Germany.
Was it Germany? I thought it was Amsterdam.
Where was the Anne Frank? Was it New York?
No, I think it was in Germany or Amsterdam. I'm sorry. I
Now
think it
that
was
he's
Amsterdam.
traveled the world.
House is in Amsterdam.
Is it? Yeah,
But-
it's in Amsterdam.
Well, there you go.
They can tour the house though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought it
Yeah.
was the Holocaust Museum, which is in the United States.
No. He went to anyway on his tour. He toured Amsterdam and went to the Anne Frank Museum, and went there, toured it, and then that night, I guess in his concert, he had told the audience or he signed the guest book or something like that and said that if Anne Frank were alive, he thinks that she would have been a believer, which is, I think, what he calls his fans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone made a huge stink about it, and I posted that it was like, this is our culture's obsession with celebrity. That like, who cares what Justin Bieber says about Anne Frank? Like, he's not
bad.
Well, no, but he's not a historical analyst or
I think people are just making a huff about it because look at his history that he's going down. Because look how many times he's screwed up, and then they want to go and he say something that they think is offending the people out there about something that is.
Well, people will pick
Exactly.
See,
I don't think people will hang on to anything they
See,
can.
now this is what I said before, because I'm a celebrity, and if you catch me falling down when I'm drunk or say something or whatever, I'm a grown ass man. I know what I did, and I don't give a fuck what you say after I said it.
And that's the way the cookie
and that's when
crumbles.
Afeelya's career ended.
Oh darn!
No, but I posted that it's just ridiculous that everyone's making this huge stink because
It's
again, who
stupid.
cares?
I thought he did something crazy, like he stole something from the house or something.
He took $10 out of his mom's
he stole
purse.
he stole the glue from Amanda
He
Bynes'
stole
hair.
the diary from Anne Frank's house. He stole the diary.
He stole her hair glue. That's what he stole. It got corroded and she had to shave her head.
So it being tax dated. Did y'all pay your taxes?
I paid my taxes back in February.
Did
Oh.
you?
I did. I was a good
I
boy.
waited till last week.
I spent my taxes back in February. Yeah.
So
Bitch needed rhinestones.
a lot of celebrities are in trouble with their taxes and stuff, and Lauryn Hill is one of
I
them.
saw that.
So
But-
go ahead.
I'll go ahead and
No,
finish.
go ahead.
I heard that there was a reason why she didn't pay her taxes.
No, she's making it a reason why.
Well,
She's saying because she was threatened and all this other bullshit. You know what, bitch? You made money, pay your taxes. 2005, 6, and 7, you didn't pay. You owe over $108 million, and you don't pay it. You go into 7 years in prison. Just like
Girl, I got threatened
who
this
just came
year
out of
too.
prison? Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
Just came out of prison for not paying his taxes. There's a lot of. I mean, all these celebrities are not paying their taxes. Bitch, you make more money than I do,
Right.
and I'm paying my taxes.
You should pay my taxes for
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
Right.
I owe $73 to this motherfucking state that don't like gay men and worse Hispanics. I still gotta pay them.
There was a
I
post.
quit.
I think it was like those nasty e-cards, whatever on Facebook that everyone posts. Like it's got those old historical pictures that people put like sarcastic.
I love those
phrases.
e-cards.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I guess there was one that was posted that said, "Make sure you get your taxes done so that you can pay the government to pay for people that don't work as hard as you do," which was crazy. Because I do my taxes, but
That's
it's
deep.
true. Well, no, it's so true that our tax money kind of goes to the people that really can't afford medical insurance or
Right.
choose not to, or
Here, let me buy you that milk for your babies. All 24 of them.
Okay, now I was reading on, I heard on the, because you can't. It's not true if it's not on the internet.
Right.
Saw that on a commercial.
.com.
People have that what's it called, EBT card or whatever, and they overbuying the expensive steak and all this other shit. Isn't there a limit of what you got to spend? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that shit works.
Yeah, there's a limit at what you got to spend, but there's not an item limit. So if I want to spend all 500 of my
they need to start putting
other people's money
They
on
need to
a
start putting
steak.
an item because these people are eating better than I am, and I have a
Right.
job.
Right.
But
That's
I
why
can't
they get.
afford that.
But that's why they get so much money. They say you're not giving me enough money because look at what all I bought. But they don't realize what type of stuff they're buying.
See, the government
Right.
needs to stop worrying about the gays and gays getting married and worry about what people are spending on their own fucking money. That's what I'm
it's the
saying.
people that gripe and complain about gays that are actually doing that.
I think only they do that. You want to drug test people to be on welfare now, and well,
I guess I'm.
I think you should be drug tested. If I can't have a T-bone, bitch, you shouldn't have a T-bone either.
For real, and you
Right.
have to drug test to get a job anyway.
Right.
So fucking give them a fucking drug test.
Absolutely.
If they fail, that's their problem. Next.
Mm-hmm.
That just got real heated.
Just got real. What
Shit
up, bro?
just got real.
What else
Speaking of real, my favorite, Kim Kardashian.
Oh God.
You're the sister.
I only look like one. Calm down.
The missing one?
The missing one.
Cunty Kardashian.
She really don't look orange on the screen, y'all. I'm just saying.
That's my spray tan.
Kim Kardashian, the reality star, and her estranged husband were supposed to face off in court on Friday, April 12th. The mandatory settlement conference in LA, but Humphries bailed and pissed off the judge and the entire Kardashian family. But that actually ended up hurting him because now the judge is, I guess, for every court date that you don't attend or miss, that actually ends up hurting you. And you think about it, someone's got one overall say over what you get. You just fucked up.
He did, because they're actually going into court at the beginning of next month for the divorce. So
May 2nd.
May 2nd. Yeah.
Well, did we not look at him in the beginning when they first met? I don't think he
I
knows
think
where he's at half the time.
I think he's cute, and I don't think because he's so damn tall, the blood don't go all the way up there. I'm just saying. But
I
it's
don't think
alright.
I don't think the short bus route goes to the courthouse, does it? Can we Google that? Can we clarify? Wikipedia.
And before we go any further, we have Jay-Z in our chat room says, "Hi, Peanut."
Hi, pumpkin.
Oh,
Don't say shit.
Wow.
Don't judge.
Hey, pumpkin.
I have to poop.
You gotta go all the way out front, unlock the door, close it behind you.
I have to poop now. That moment was uncomfortable.
That's awkward.
Well, I'm glad I can make you all uncomfortable. That's why I'm here.
Oh no! Me pooping was uncomfortable. Not your love for
Even better.
peanut. not your love for peanut. Or
Well,
Just a gold nugget.
Pooping for me isn't uncomfortable. I think it's great.
It's a release.
Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. It's the highlight of my day.
But peeing is a different story.
right.
Peeing is just awkward.
Any more gossip?
Sarah Gilbert is now engaged to Linda Perry, who
Sarah Gilbert.
Sarah Gilbert.
She was from Roseanne.
She's lesbian?
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know if she was a lesbian.
yeah.
That's Melissa Gilbert's younger sister. Yeah, go ahead.
She's engaged to Linda Perry. They announced their engagement on Monday, April 8th. Linda proposed to Sarah in the LA park by a musical proposal. Linda Perry is a songwriter to Christina Aguilera, Pink, and Gwen Stefani.
Wow.
A musical proposal.
Right? I'm like, so did Gwen Stefani.
Have you ever seen that?
Ring
Have you
on
guys
your
ever
finger, and we're gonna be engaged.
Get it, boo. Have you guys ever seen that YouTube clip, that world's amazing
Oh
proposal?
my god, where she's like on the back of the van and there's like
Well,
No,
They're
that
at
was To Catch a Predator. Wrong video, Gunner.
That was Lemonade.
My bad. Wasn't that
I'm
Bait
gonna fold
Bus?
the laundry.
That was Bait Bus.
I'm gonna go do my parents'
they lure
taxes. I'll be
victims.
back.
so
They
much
lure
for hopeless
victims.
romantic.
For dollar bills for their sexual
there, kids.
deeds.
That's funny.
You want to come inside my van?
You want a popsicle?
You want popsicles?
Got a whole freezer
Sweet
full of
Jesus! I'm gonna propose.
You do that a little too well. Yeah.
Oh, we lost control of the show. I love it. That's 2 weeks in a row.
And our time's up, but this has been the Nevaeh show.
Jenna Jameson has lost custody of both of her twins. Both her twins. She lost custody of her twins. Isn't
Who
that
did?
sad? Jenna Jameson, your friend.
The left and the right. She lost custody.
They had to be removed.
They had to be removed.
I'm taking those back, thank you. We're divorcing. Oh, that's sad. Well, her 4-year-old twin boys are now in the custody of their father, Tito Ortiz. Okay.
Does Tito live out here?
No, they live in Huntington Beach.
So did she move out of Arizona?
She doesn't live here. She
Jenna Jameson used to live here.
used to. Did you hear what you just said?
Well, I mean, like, I
there
said
you go.
used to because
Yeah.
apparently she doesn't now, but I thought she still lived here.
He doesn't read.
do you lick the windows? I'm just asking.
Did they say why they were?
Because she's find her to be an unfit mother of all her. Because she's doing a lot of partying and she just beat up her assistant.
Well, have you seen her lately? I mean,
no, I don't
she
know who
looks
she
like-
is.
Too
she
much
looks like a
coke and
gremlin.
cock.
No, she looks like a gremlin.
Oh.
Yeah, that female,
Like
the
after
female one.
water or before
No,
water?
no, the female gremlin, the one that had like the big red lips, and then she looks like
I
that.
know some people like that.
Don't
My
say
bad.
Don't, yeah.
Don't give out no names.
I didn't say it. I
Just write it
lipped
down.
I just wait. Hold on.
I
Let me, get my,
I see
let
what
me
you
make notes on my
lip sync.
iPod. That's her. I told you.
Oh, there you go.
Look
And
at-
there you go.
She gonna be performing at Charlie's this weekend.
I was gonna say something, but I won't.
Oh, part of the Element cast?
No,
I don't.
no,
I have
no.
no idea what you guys are talking about.
I think she's a Thursday night hostess, if I'm not mistaken. Amsterdam.
Wait again.
And that was.
I didn't say it.
That was celebrity gossip.
That was the end of
That was celebrity gossip.
That was. Oh, I swear.
There wasn't a whole lot of gossip this week.
You know, actually, I was surprised, and these people are actually being behaved.
Oh, I was surprised too after the movie awards that there would be a lot more.
You know, I'm kind of sad I missed the movie awards. I always look forward to it.
You didn't miss much.
No, but I watched a really good movie the other day.
What'd you watch?
Bees.
Oh,
Something about
the
bees.
secret
You
life
posted
of
that
bees.
shit on
Rise of Bees,
Facebook,
right?
It's a
too.
great
And this one
movie.
goes, is this what did you say it
A
was?
bee documentary.
Yeah. You see the cartoon?
Again, Bryce doesn't read.
It was a really good movie. But I went and watched Scary Movie 5, Save Your Money.
Oh, how was that?
Save your money. My
Really?
friend goes, I guess we can't get our $10 back. I said, fuck the $10. They can get an hour and 20 minutes back. That was a horrible movie.
All right.
You didn't watch the preview or a trailer
I-
on
no.
YouTube or anything like that?
Or like number 4.
Right.
3 or 2? No.
Any of
Actually,
them?
the first two were really
The first
good.
two
The
were
three,
really good.
yeah. After the Wayans brothers pulled out of the project, they kind of went downhill.
No, I mean, I'm not really big on sequels, but my friends wanted to go. I'm like, okay, hang out, whatever.
You should get some new friends.
Or I got the movie next time. So my coworker goes, you should have saw G.I. Joe. I'm like, what the fuck is a G.I. Joe? That's like,
You don't know what G.I. Joe is?
I didn't know there was a movie. I don't watch TV as
Oh.
much just because I don't have cable.
I don't have cable,
And
but I
not
know what
because she has
G.I.
internet.
Joe is.
Yeah.
Well, I know what G.I. Joe is, but I don't know there was a movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
God,
It's actually another sequel. Like the
Yeah.
new G.I. Joe is the second one.
really?
Yeah.
I won't watch it because I'm good.
Oh,
I'm not really.
Yeah,
into
I haven't
G.I.
watched it
Joes.
either. I was disappointed it wasn't starring Demi Moore.
that was
That was
G.I.
G.I.
Jane.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I was trying to be funny.
It's lesbian humor. We won't.
Wow.
We won't get it.
Wah, wah. Hold on.
So
I
much
have
for that. Oh, yeah. But really, after... Okay. Cool.
Do the
Awesome.
whip sound. That's a good one.
No.
Oh, thank
Oh.
you. Thank you.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
This is more you.
Oh.
She had Filibertos today, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'll have it later on tonight.
Oh.
Speaking of later on tonight, let's go ahead and meet and get to know more of our guests in a little personal matter.
Oh shit.
What we call meet our guests.
Get it. Bring it down.
We're gonna break it down, turn down the lights a little bit.
Can we get some wine?
We
Seriously?
always ask our guests to bring the wine because it's in our house.
I know. I forgot.
You probably drank today.
No. I forgot.
The whole box.
Well, we already have.
I don't want to
some.
go to Fry's like this. I mean,
Please, I'm sure you walked in there before.
I have never been anywhere besides a bar and this place out and actually now
Really?
in drag. Yeah, no.
I take the light rail and drag. Sometimes I almost get beat up, but I still do it.
Was that you that got caught under the light rail not too long ago?
You know?
Oh my god.
Was that you that?
He was looking for his car keys.
That wasn't me.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and find out a little bit more about our guests tonight. Let's go ahead and start off with Miss Nevaeh McKenzie.
Oh
Give
Lord.
us a little background on yourself.
A little background.
Tell
on
us
me?
about yourself.
Well, my social is no. I'm just kidding.
How many times have you been arrested?
Never. Thank you. I'm 25 years old. Arizona.
are?
I am.
You're 25.
I'm 25 years
Oh,
old.
that must.
Yeah.
I thought you were
No way.
24.
You lived a hard life.
No, yeah, God, it's been rough. It's been really rough. Arizona native, born and raised in Gilbert, Arizona, with my family.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough life.
Until I was like the only gay guy in my graduating class. I went to Higley High School.
Seriously?
I was okay.
Are you sure?
This is how small
Not
town.
technically.
Okay, hold on.
you
Well,
guys together?
no.
Oh.
Funny. Okay, we'll get to one point of the story. So I
comes later.
I lived in Higley, Arizona, which is really it's like a.
Where did you grow up? What
Higley, Power and Clean Creek.
Oh, I lived off Higley, Guadalupe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I lived in Higley, and then I went to Higley High School. I was the first 4-year graduating class, 2006, and I was the only out gay guy in my entire graduating class. And Bryce and I knew each other back in the day, because you went to Highland.
No, I went to Mesa High.
I thought, didn't you go to Highland Junior?
That's what he told you when he was doing.
No. Where?
No, you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Shit just got.
We don't
anyway.
tell secrets in that.
Well, no. But
So much for
we
that.
kind of how did we know each other then back in the day?
Because you dated Eric Hayden.
That's right.
She gave us a full name.
Yeah, no. If you're listening, that's
some
right.
small
No, that's
town
right.
shit right
Yeah,
there.
no, that's some 6 degrees of separation kind of stuff. But yeah, so I knew of Bryce way back in the day. But anyway, so I lived in Higley until I was 19 years old, and moved away to Phoenix and lived with my aunts in Maryvale. So going from suburban to
Wow, Maryvale, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I'm
and
hard,
you
bitch.
survived, girl. Shit. Get it done.
That's what I do. I'm a very well-rounded kind of woman. And then started performing when I was 21. Barbara Seville got me introduced. And
Introduced to what?
into drag.
Oh,
performing.
sorry.
Who was your first drag performance?
Why is she telling the story? Can we wait?
The first drag performance I ever saw, it was Rainbow's Fest. Rainbow's Fest, and it was the year that Barbara Seville and Claudia B did the Hillary Clinton and Sarah Palin skit at Rainbow's Fest, and that was also the year I saw and the Funk Sisters, and it was just a huge plethora of drag. That was my first real
She's
experience.
making me feel really old right now. I don't enjoy this.
And now I work as a teacher in the Cartwright School District in Maryville.
Do you really?
I do, yes.
My family works
I teach
at
math.
Cartwright School District.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I teach math at Borman Elementary.
We'll get it done.
Yes, bitch, 6th grade.
My dad works in the warehouse. He provides lunches.
Oh. We should talk to him about the lunch program.
Oh, wow.
Just kidding.
And my grandma does payroll.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
I teach like this.
Yeah, I don't do anything that has anything to do with school.
But anyway, so yeah, I do that, and then I also perform. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
So why did you start doing drag then?
I saw it when I first came out to the bar scene. A lot of people were telling me, you dance really well. You should totally, do drag. And at first, I didn't want to do it because I just wasn't really involved, I guess, in that way. And then I performed at 1 in 10 fundraisers and did the kind of all that good stuff. And actually, it was. You were hosting a lot of the 1 in 10 fundraisers, so it was kind of, I saw a lot of Afeelya around. And then Barbara Seville approached me and said, hey, I think you should do drag. You should be part of my newcomer contest. And so I went to the second semifinals at The Rock, saw that contest, and then I told Barbara I would do her finals at Vibe. Mm-hmm. And then I won.
Wow, Vibe.
Yeah, Club Vibe, yeah.
Hey.
And then I competed for the finals and won, and it's been kind of uphill since then, I guess, if you will.
So you were part of 1 in 10 for how long?
I started going there when I was 20, when I first moved away. So 19, because I moved away when I was 19, August 2nd, and my birthday's in November. So 20, 19 going on 20, so 20, and then you age out at 24.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So,
really?
Yeah.
What encouraged you to go to 1 in 10?
It was when I moved. The reason why I moved away was because my family really wasn't. My dad at the time and my stepmom weren't really that accepting of my lifestyle, and it just I kind of moved away to get away from that. And so my best friend at the time, Felipe, had said, I know this group, and do you want to come and hang out and meet, other gay youth and meet mentors, if you will. And so. Actually, the first night I went was the night that you were holding a drag 101 kind of a thing. So it's kind of like, we've known each other for a while.
You knew of me.
Yes.
I didn't. No.
I didn't know you.
No, I didn't meet her until we did something. When we did
the Christmas show.
whenever we dressed you up and some other kids.
That was for the holiday.
That's when I kind of knew of her because she was. Now the kids were so nice.
Yeah.
But-
And so I went, and I've ever since then I've been very, very fortunate to have gotten to be experiencing 1 in 10 because Michael Weekly and Stacy J and a lot of the other volunteers, Elizabeth Honey, who doesn't live here anymore, which is a shame. Babe Kaler, they were all really kind of brought me out and kind of showed me that when you're knocked down, you can get back up and kind of make something for yourself. And so I owe a lot to them as far as Carrington's growth, if you will, to them, and keep on keeping on.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, in the drag society, everyone knows that, or not necessarily knows, the whole mother's last name. You are a McKenzie.
I am McKenzie.
How did you get that name?
When I first started, I displaced a lot of the anger that I had from my family situation and kind of finding my place in the world. When I first started doing drag, I was a very angry person. I was very guarded. I remember that. And I totally admit that. I was very angry. I was very guarded. And I saw drag, when I first started, I saw a lot of these queens acting, they kind of have that relationship that I have now with a lot of queens where we can make fun of each other and, read each other, if you will, and, still show respect. But I took that as, you had to be bitchy to get anywhere. And so, I displaced a lot of that guardedness and wall, I guess, and anger, and just kind of was a real bitch. I was a real bitch back in the day.
I think a lot of newbies, though, go through that.
Yeah.
They think they put on makeup and they're a whole different person.
I think now everyone assumes that if you're a drag queen, you have to have this bitchy attitude.
Right.
And I think sometimes they confuse that.
They get very jaded.
Right. You have to still be respectful of people,
and even some of
but have an attitude.
The big name queens think you still have to have it.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, so then I wasn't booked anywhere. I mean, I couldn't get a show anywhere. My name was kind of Nevaeh as a name was poison. And no one wanted to hang out with me. No one wanted to be, book me in any shows, whatever. And so, Lesbian and Maya kind of pulled me aside and said, hey, look, this is what you need to do. This is what needs to happen. You need to get your shit together. And then Maya, I'm proud to say that I'm the only drag daughter that Maya has asked to be her daughter, not a drag daughter ask Maya to be their daughter. And so she gave me her last name and said, I want to take you under my wing and show you the ropes. So that's how it came to be.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So in the community, there's drag shows, there's drag functions. Drag queens are known for hosting events, but there's also a whole nother realm in the drag world, and that's pageants. You kind of have you have a really good name for yourself when it comes to the pageant world. How many pageants have you been involved in?
I was first. My first pageant was Miss Gay Charlie's Pride, and then I met Mike Fernelli and you guys kind of hooked me in on the US of A system. So I did Scottsdale US of A, and then I did Phoenix America, and then I did Phoenix US of A, and then I did Metropolis America, and I kind of am staying more home, I guess, to America for right now, because it's just a system that I love. And then I'm just stepped down as Miss Copper City America, and So
are you taking a break from pageants?
Yeah, I'm taking a year off to kind of just focus on me for a little bit, Carrington, if you will, and just kind of get re-inspired for doing pageants, because I believe that inspiration comes from experience, and I just needed to take a break to be on the other end of the spectrum to kind of get more of a well-rounded spectrum of what it means to be a title holder and what it means to what the judges look for as far as a contestant goes.
So what motivates you to want to be Miss Arizona?
The legacy it's definitely something that's a huge motivator. You definitely want your name up there along with those amazing entertainers, Phaedra, Pussy LaHoot, Barbara Seville, Sacha Yvonne Cartier, Maya McKenzie, Bunny Fufu, just a lot of great entertainers, Davina Ross. I love the America system because it's such a disciplined system. They know what they're looking for. Their standards are set because that's the kind of talent they're looking for. And I think I definitely, as new as my career is, I still need that discipline. I still need that level of standards that they look for.
Okay. What's your opinion about the drag queens in this industry in local Arizona?
What's my opinion of them?
Yeah, like a majority of would you say
That's a loaded question right there.
Is this a chat room question?
What's your opinion about the drag out here? Because drag, not a lot of people know this, but drag is different in a majority of the United States. What's your opinion about Arizona's drag?
I don't get to travel a lot, and that's something that I'm definitely, again, taking that year to kind of get my name out there, if you will. I think it's actually a very versatile scene of drag. We've got a lot of different types. We've got the Element Show, which, focuses more on, female illusion and giving you the look of a woman. And a lot of, the shows of The Rock, they kind of have the Gender Outlaws and Pandora and a lot of them. Then we have a lot of character drag queens like Savannah, and Claudia B and all them. They it's a very well-versed kind of drag scene, I guess.
I feel like Arizona, and you guys can join in on this, Arizona, as far as the drag community, has not yet been seen. Because everyone knows Texas, everyone knows Florida. I mean, that's all I hear about. Or a lot of the big name drag queens that you hear about there all come from either Texas.
But you're talking about drag queens specifically.
Well,
because if
I
we're talking about
location.
drag in a broad spectrum of drag, I think that Arizona, as far as drag kings is concerned, they were really well known. In like, US of A, they really did great things. Before and there's as of recently we haven't had such a great buzz around the country, but I think there's a lot of really new kings that are out there and they're trying and they're doing great things and they have an opportunity. But drag queens, as far as that's concerned, I haven't heard as much credit go around as I think Arizona drag queens deserve.
Good point.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of once because I think the fame that comes with a lot of Texas queens and a lot of out-of-state queens is because they've won those titles. We have Katia Lee Love, who is a former Miss Gay, pretty much everything.
America,
yeah, she's done it all. And she, a lot. Desiree DeMornay, DeMornay is she just moved here from Florida, I believe, and she's been a huge success in the drag world and the pageant world, and she's definitely made a name for herself. So I think it's slowly but surely growing, but I think that a lot of that notoriety comes from winning pageants, and I think that once we get a lot of these entertainers to kind of go out there and not only just compete, and they do a fantastic job, but I think once a lot of them win or make a name for themselves, like Chloe V. Monroe, that's another one who is making a huge name for herself in out in the pageant world, winning USA newcomer and placing top 10 her first year ever doing it. And I think that's
Pride.
fantastic. Yeah, and Pride. I think that's absolutely fantastic. So I think it's slowly but surely getting there.
So what's Nevaeh's goals as far as her career? Do you consider this a career, a hobby? What do you want the plans for Nevaeh to be when she's done?
Well, at first I kind of was treating it just like as a hobby, just as a way to make kind of extra income. And then I heard, I just recently judged Queen of the Desert in America, and Lady Christian, who was one of the contestants in an interview, had said, if you treat this lifestyle as a hobby, that's all it's going to be. For her, it's a business. And that was a really huge kind of, that's always been, ever since then, that kind of changed my perspective on what I do. And I think it's definitely now going to be, I'm going to start treating it as a business. A lot of people come out to see the shows and they see you to perform and they drink and do, they bring money to the bars and whatever. And it's all in the big spectrum of things. It's a business. It's a huge wheel of business, and you've got to come out there and give your best so that the bar makes money, and the bar has to make money so that you can come out there and perform. So a lot of my goals have changed from recently have changed from, oh, okay, well, I'll just do this and it'll be great fun, extra money, but now it's sort of becoming a business.
Can I go a little back in your life and stuff, because you are now a in the spotlight here in Phoenix, and people see you and look up to you, whatever. What would you tell younger people who, because you mentioned that your family didn't accept you who you were, what would you tell younger people who are going through this, who are just coming out or who are not being accepted by their family? What would you tell them in an advice that it would be okay, like how I grew up or whatever?
It's so different for everybody. I was very blessed to have a mother that taught me to be really, really strong-willed, and no matter what happens, you just got to keep going. The best advice that I could give anyone who's facing that sort of ailment in their life, if you will, reach out to the community groups. One Voice, 1 in 10, the Community Church of Hope. There's a tons of organizations that a lot of performers raise money for, and I'm so blessed to have 1 in 10 as part of my life, because that taught me that I could be who I was and be who I am, and just kind of again keep on keeping on. Right. So that would be the big advice that I would tell them, is to just reach out and get with people that are going to help you and support you, and kind of reach out to those groups, because that was a huge help.
Right before we say thank you for telling us about yourself, what is one thing you would like our listeners and everybody in Arizona to leave away with when getting to know you? Like,
you feel like this is a pageant,
right? I do. My favorite Skittle is.
Sorry, I keep kicking you.
I know it happens. I know that a lot of people assume that the McKenzies or whatever, or even just maybe it's just for myself, that a lot of my humor gets taken off as going for the jugular, or maybe it's a little harsh, but that's, in my weird way, that's my way of saying that I love you, and we're on that friendship level where if I'm making fun of you, it's because it's out of love, and it's
tough
out of
love,
right.
Love.
Well, no, it's not even that, but I mean, you'll know when I'm mad at you. You'll know when I have a problem with you, and if I look at you and you come up to me and you're like, "Hey, girl, what's up?" and I just go, "Hi."
Wait, you did that to me last week.
That one was personal.
Yeah. So I mean, and a lot of people don't like to come up to me because they're like, "Oh, you're always talking to people. You look busy." No, boo, just come on up here and say hello to me. I'm not gonna 1 minute,
well,
please.
some queens do that to people,
right?
Like,
yeah.
and
No.
I think that's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, and that's why they're known as what they are.
Yeah. and yeah. I mean, don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. We're gonna have a good time, and don't be intimidated.
It's good to get to know a little bit more background on Nevaeh. But before we go any further to our next guest, we totally forgot our Vixen news of the weird. So we're gonna get Vixen. We're going to call her and see what she found in the internet.
Is that why you guys are passing notes to each other?
Yeah. Totally. We were supposed to do it before we talk to you. We're so anxious to talk to you and get to know you. You have... Okay.
Gunner has to pee-pee.
Uh-huh.
Gotta go.
Gunner.
Okay.
Gunner has to pee-pee.
Go pee-pee on potty. Gunner's gonna go boo-boo.
Make sure you wipe your hands.
Make sure you wash your hands.
Did we take them off the screen? We got Vixen?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, girl. Sorry about that.
Hey, how are you?
Good. We got so locked up.
Has she been waiting long?
She's been waiting. She's not waiting. We had to call her.
Oh,
so,
okay.
do you have Vixen's news of the weird for us?
Yeah, I showed you the ferret that passed as a poodle last week.
Right.
Calling with something this week. Okay. Do you know what polycephaly is?
No.
Is it curable?
Is that a douche product?
It's a condition of having more than one head.
Ooh.
What?
Wait, what do you mean? What kind of head?
Well,
I like to have more than one head. What is
last
it?
week there was a pig born in China with 2 heads.
Shut up.
Oh.
First off,
And then
leave.
last month there was a 2-headed goat born in Ghana.
And we actually have it on our screen. Oh my gosh, Eric and Vixen has got together and look, that is crazy.
That's what happens when you mix hormones
now-
I
with
found
food.
an even better story after I started digging.
What's that?
Wait, this only has one eye. The pig only has one eye.
Yeah, well, it has 3 eyes.
It's one on each side.
It has one shared eye and 2 other eyes.
No, does it live to see? Does it live? I mean, I don't know.
No, they say animals like that don't live very long. So I don't know how long it has, but they said they're not going to slaughter it. They're just going to let it live out its short life.
Well, that's a two-faced motherfucker right there.
Gives a whole new meaning to no tea, no shade.
Right.
That's right. But I found a better story
Yes.
that I had never heard before. Back in 2000, most of the two-headed condition usually shows up in turtles and snakes. They said there's lots of turtles and lots of snakes with 2 heads. That's the most common species.
Comes from Medusa.
But there was a snake born in 2000 that was not only polycephalic but also half hermaphrodite and also an albino.
Her name is Lady Gaga.
No. Shim's name was We, as in us, as in 2 of
Oh,
us.
hey, girl, we on the hook.
And it was a 2-headed albino rat snake with both female and male genitalia.
Oh.
And at one
Best of
point,
both worlds.
scientists tried to mate We with another two-headed albino rat snake that was a female, and that snake's name was Golden Girls.
Oh my God.
But did you describe it as half hermaphroditic?
Oh, big
Well,
words.
it had both.
It's a big name.
Okay, that was my.
Female,
So it was just a
Golden Girls only
hermaphrodite.
had
Hem-
one, 'cause it
hermaphroditic?
had 2 heads, but the rest of the body was shared. But no surprise, nothing happened. Or no offspring.
Well, Julie, thank you
So
so
the
much
seed didn't
for
take?
the news of the weird. We will call you next week.
Oh, you're welcome.
And
Thank
we'll have
you.
some more juicy details. Once again, that is Vintage Vixen giving us the
Yes.
news of the weird. Have a good week, honey.
And I'll find many more.
Yes, I'm sure.
Can we find a drag queen with 2 faces?
We there's plenty
there's
of
lots of them. That's
plenty
horrible.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.
That's weird. I could have done without seeing the pig with 3 eyes. Speaking of pigs with 3 eyes, ladies and gentlemen, let's go
You want to do the sponsor real quick?
Oh, yes. I knew I was doing so. Thank you, sir. You guys, our sponsor here every week is TLAgay.com/QTalk. If you like 10% off your whole items order,
I love whole items.
is
Whole items.
Our
not
whole
just
items.
Half whole items.
if you are in need of some adult entertainment, some lingerie, some books, some ebooks, some toys, some videos, please visit TLAgay.com/QTalk and get your 10% off your order.
Whole items.
Whole.
Your
Keyword
order.
whole.
Order.
Keyword
Ladies
whole.
and gentlemen. So, and actually, Bryce, did you go on and buy your lingerie yet? Your onesie?
He just borrows them from Mike.
Our next guest is ready, ladies and gentlemen. He is the current Mr. AGRA 2013. This is Mr. Gunnar Gatlyn.
My mother's husband.
Oh, hey.
Your mom?
Yeah, Maya's husband.
Hello. Hello.
How you doing? So why don't you give us a little info or a little bio on you?
Well, my name is Gunnar Gatlyn. I've been performing in Phoenix, also born and raised here in Phoenix, since about June of 7 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been performing here for about 7 years. I am known as a drag king, although I am a female to male transgender individual. But I'll still claim drag king. I like that name. I get to wear a crown with it, so that's good. Yeah.
And you're Mr. AG.
R.A. Yep.
ARA.
Arizona Gay Rodeo.
AGRA, it's the Arizona Gay Rodeo Association.
How do you get affiliated with that?
Actually,
Show up.
yeah, to become a member of AGRA, it's a small membership fee. That is an annual thing that you do, and if anyone is interested, I can definitely help them out with that.
So can we go a little further back in your life history?
And backwards.
Can we talk a little more about your coming out?
Oh, you mean like you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No. Coming out like
to my family.
Yes.
Well, for me, it was a little bit difficult because at first I had to accept the fact that I was a female who liked females. So I had to, and I was raised by my grandmother primarily. So I had to explain to my grandmother that I was a female who liked females. And
does that mean lesbian?
Yeah, I was one of those lesbians, and she could not handle that. I got. And I was raised Southern Baptist, so I was very religious, and that was definitely against the Bible. Not good. So,
Story.
I know, yeah. So, and then, I got to know myself a little bit more. I got to, grow up and realize what I was doing in life and who I was in life and where I was in life, and realize that I wasn't a girl who liked girls. I was a boy in a girl's body who liked girls, which in my grandma's terms, this day and age means I'm a straight boy, and God loves me again. So that was cool. But so that's my
Really?
life. Yeah. When I told my grandmother that I was transgender, which means that I'm now a boy and I still like girls, because that was the first question. So do you like boys now? Yeah.
Damn.
Salvation
Put
lies.
it away, honey. Put
Damn.
it away. He doesn't like
I
it.
just crossed my legs here for a second.
So when I explained to her that I was now a boy who liked girls, the first thing that she said to me was, "Oh, so you're not gay?" Right, that was my reaction. No, I mean, I guess I don't really know how to answer that question.
So was your family more accepting to you being transitioning or being a lesbian? I mean,
they didn't really accept either too well, but hey, they still invite me over for Easter, so that's good.
I think it's one of those things that I look at you, and I think everyone looks at you. They don't see the girl. So
that's good. Thank you. I appreciate that. It was there. I've been transitioning for about 5 years now. So it definitely took about 1.5 to 2 years before any obvious physical changes occurred. I definitely look like that. I got the sir, ma'am, sir thing at restaurants and stuff for a little while. But it's only been about 5 years that I stopped getting that. Maybe 4 or 5 years that I haven't gotten that so much anymore. And now people just look at me, and actually I get more in public now that I'm a gay man. I think it's because I like pink and purple.
So
or the fact that you're hot.
You're a very good looking guy.
It must
yes.
be the bleach blonde spiky hair.
No.
They're
That's
like, hey,
really
hey.
gay.
Right.
Gay. So has your family seen you perform?
Actually, my dad and my grandmother have not seen me perform, but my mom, who wasn't really involved in my life when I was growing up, has come to see me perform. And her, and not to mention her and my stepdad, who hasn't really been that involved in my life, they have both seen me perform. And my stepdad said it was the coolest thing that he has ever seen, and he wanted to do that when he was growing up. So I was a little set back by that. It was pretty neat. And then,
to be on stage or be a drag person?
Well, not a drag person, but just to be on stage, to be a rock star in his mind, because that's what he saw me as. Now he thinks I'm just the bee's knees. Like, he thinks I'm awesome, and I think that's pretty cool.
How do they address you? Can I ask?
They do. Well, at first, my mom asked me if she could still call me my female given name at birth.
Me, huh?
Hey, you.
Do I look Hispanic to you?
Yes. Nice tan.
Jizz.
Yeah. At first, my mom asked me that, and I said, "Well, Mom, that depends. Do you want to introduce me as your son? Insert female name here." And she was like, "Well, no, that would be a little awkward." Yeah, for me too. So maybe we should just go by Luke. So no, my family actually at this point, even on my Christmas presents, they address me as Luke.
keep going.
Okay.
Oh.
Now I know you as Gunner. What's your real boy name?
I'm sorry. My legal name is now Luke.
Luke.
Yeah, I perform as Gunner Gatlyn.
Right.
Luke
Yeah.
what?
Okay.
Luke.
Luke what?
That's it.
Just Luke?
Just like share. You don't have to share
yes,
with her
there-
last
Girl,
name.
I'm
Oh.
incognito.
Well,
I ain't telling you my last name.
I'm just asking.
And your social security?
Right. What's your debit card number?
So how long have you been
you were
performing?
going to give out your social security number. I mean,
How long have you been performing?
I've been performing for about 6 or 7 years now.
And what titles have you held so far?
Oh, jeez. Well, actually, if we're just going with like legitimate crown on your head type sash titles, I'm Master Male Illusionist. I was crowned that in 2011. And then I'm Mr. AGRA 2013. I've also ran for US of A. I placed third alternate in 2008 or 9. I think it was 2009 to US of AMI, which was cool. And then, I mean, I don't know if you count awards, but I was the Diamond Crystal Awards for ArizonaDrag.com Entertainer of the Year last year. And this year I was the Echo/Sway events.
Echo Awards.
Yeah, Outstanding Drag King of the Year. So that was really cool.
Finally. And you
finally.
we were there that night, and he was like, I've been nominated so many times already. I'm not going to win. I'm like, Susan Lucci, yes, you win.
I the Susan Lucci
And then
Echo
I was like, yes,
Awards.
you win. You're going to win. And as soon as he called, he was like,
I didn't believe it. I almost fell out.
he almost fell out. So
Like
he
Southern
was like,
Baptist Church, it was Sunday morning. I was about to fall out. No, I couldn't believe it.
it was good. It
It
was
set me
awesome.
back. It set me back. Yeah. And you know that's funny because TC Taylor used to make comments about how she was the Susan Lucci of every award, and I thought, you know what, bitch, me too. So am I. That's my shit. I'm Susan Lucci.
So what is your ultimate goal in entertainment? Where do you plan to what do you plan to go in your drag entertainment?
Well, you know, the only thing that I really care about is I would like to see the art of drag king progress. I know that everyone knows what a drag queen is, but not everyone knows what a drag king is. And you know, like, drag kings have kind of gotten the short end of the stick. Like, a lot of them, people think drag king and they think some butch lesbian with her boobs hanging out and jeans and a t-shirt on stage lip syncing poorly to a song. But that's not what drag kings are about nowadays. Drag kings now, they do the outfitting, they know their words, they get on stage, they're entertainers. So there's a lot more to drag king than just what people think is what a drag king is, and I would really like to see that progress. I would like to see recognition for drag kings as much as the recognition for drag queens exist. And you know, honestly, in this community in Phoenix, Arizona, I've seen that happen quite a bit. And
it's growing.
Yeah, it's
I like the way
growing.
it is growing, because when I first hit the scene and I started seeing drag kings, all I saw drag kings do music wise were a lot of angry music.
Angry hard rock. Remember
And
how
it was
he-
kind of
yeah.
like, I don't want to hear angry music.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see a lot of drag kings coming that are new,
And I think-
that are doing a
Well,
wide
some
variety.
lesbians are angry. It just happens.
And I think-
It's hard standing outside of Lowe's. I mean, it's not easy working at Lowe's every day. Gosh.
Girl.
Funny, 'cause it's true.
I never worked at Lowe's.
I never worked at Lowe's. Didn't I see you on a list of like the top 100 entertainers everyone should know about?
Oh, you're talking about that Huffington Post thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, HuffingtonPost.com did a top 28 drag kings in the world you should know about. I made it. So did Freddie Prinze Charming.
Oh,
here in
I only
Phoenix.
heard about you.
Oh, hey, boo.
No, I mean, no offense to Freddie. No offense to Freddie. I love you, boo.
Thanks
but
for noticing
Yeah,
me.
no, I only heard about you, so congratulations
Yeah,
on that.
thank you. That was amazing. You know, that was a really cool honor. I mean, it's always an honor to be recognized as a drag king. And a lot of people ask me, you know, do you identify as a drag king? You know, because you're technically like a straight guy living in the world. You know, I don't care. I was a drag king, and even if I'm a straight boy, I'm still a drag king. Call it whatever you want. I'll identify with it. I'll take it. I'm a drag king.
Yeah, you have a drag family.
I have a drag family. I do. I have a drag dad. Gage Gatlyn is my drag father, who currently resides in Ohio. He is one of the grandfathers of drag. Amazing individual. He is one of the first people to ever do like a realistic concealment of the female chest, so that it looks like a male chest. So that female to male illusion there. Absolutely amazing individual. Took me under his wing, actually, when I was running for US of A, and really showed me a lot about makeup, because as a lesbian, I was not very good at makeup.
And he's super sexy. Just throwing that
But
out.
now I know a lot about makeup and blending. I can do all that blending stuff, so that's pretty cool.
So gay.
I know, right? Like I said, most people just like, who's that gay boy? Oh, hi, I'm not gay at all. I mean, unless.
Let me ask, do you I don't know if the question I have is, I feel like sometimes I see individuals start doing drag and then they all of a sudden decide they want to transition. Do you think that with you doing drag, because you mentioned you've been doing drag for 7 years,
Yep,
and you transitioned 5 years ago, do you think that doing drag not necessarily motivated you, but kind of helped with that decision?
I think for me, when I started doing drag, I think it was kind of a subconscious way to express the desire I had to be male. And then the more that I started performing and the more that I realized that I enjoyed performing, not because I just enjoy performing, but because I genuinely feel more comfortable in my skin as a male than I did a female, it really helped me, find myself a lot quicker than I think I would have found myself if I had not done that. But just because people do drag, I don't think that necessarily means that they should transition,
Right.
Which I think is a common misconception nowadays. I think a lot of people are like, I'm a drag king.
I'm going to be a transgender.
Right, I need to be a tranny. And I use that term. I don't find offense to that term, tranny. I am a tranny. I don't care about that word. So, but yeah, I really think that a lot of people nowadays think, I do drag, I must be a tranny. And that's not the same thing at all.
Yeah, don't forget, you can call in anytime to ask our guests any questions or any of us in the here. 888-791-9294 is the hotline number. Call in anytime or ask on the chat room. Any more questions for Gunnar, ladies and gentlemen? So, are you married?
I am married, yes.
It's not legally, right?
Not legally. Not legally yet. No, legally, I'm still supposed to use a girl's bathroom. I'm just.
Thanks for bringing that up. What is your opinion on that? Because that right there, that whole stupid law is retarded, and it pisses me off because.
When did I start?
No, because and then
that upsets me. I think I kind of want to keep my gender marker as female and get a shirt that says, I'm in the right bathroom, and a giant F on the back of the shirt, and go in the women's restroom full beard and looking like a total man and walk in, and when people are like, bitch, get out of this bathroom.
Right.
This is where I'm supposed to be.
Exactly.
Right,
and that's what's going to happen.
When I was still a lesbian and I hadn't actually started any hormone therapy and I would go in the women's restroom like I was supposed to, I would get kicked out. Well, now that I'm a boy, you're going to tell me I need to go back in that restroom?
They passed the law, so you know what? Then they can't do nothing. So
no. And granted, I could walk into a men's restroom at any point in time, sit down to pee, say I have some wide urethra, whatever I got to say.
Go to City Hall. Go to City Hall.
I'm like the John Jay and Rich.
Yeah.
And I could get away with it, but I think it's a principle of the matter. Like at some point in time, like really, what are they thinking? Because there are transgender individuals who, like the male to female transgender individuals, a lot of their hormones don't work as well. Like mine, I look like a boy. Mm-hmm. No one would ever look at me and be like, "Oh, bitch, you're a tranny." Right. Like, no, I look like a boy. But for a lot of people, it doesn't work as well as it has for me.
So we have a phone call. So I want to cut you short real quick.
Okay.
Just answer it.
Yeah, go ahead. Hello, caller.
Yes.
Hi, this is Afeelya Bunz here on Gayborhood Friends. Who am I speaking to?
I'm so sorry I had you on speaker. Could you repeat that?
I said, welcome.
That was terrible.
Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
So how are you doing this evening?
I'm good.
Yeah? Is this your first time listening to the show?
Yes, it's my first time listening to the show and my first time to get the ability to ask the questions I want to ask, I guess.
Awesome. Well, we're glad that you called, and we're here to answer any questions you have. And do we have...
Yeah. I mean, what brings the phone call?
Okay, well, that's pretty that's a good jumping off point. My daughter, who is 12, came out last week to me. I am nothing but supportive and loving of any of her choices. I don't have issue number one with it. However, I guess my confusion starts with being a 45 heterosexual woman that I am. Do you really know at 12? I guess is my first question.
I did.
I believe you do. I knew at a young age, when I was 13, when I actually had the biggest crush on a blonde hair, blue eye boy. At first, I didn't know what it was because back then I'm 40 now, and I didn't know what it was, and I was like, well, how do you deal with it? And I hid it for so long, and so I think you do know at a young age, and what your sexuality is.
I knew at the same age. I think I knew at 11 when but I didn't know how to act on it because I'd never been around gay people. I didn't know, so I always thought something was wrong with me, and that if I prayed hard enough that I would change, or if I got help, something would change. But I was always too scared to come out and say something about it.
May I ask, how did your daughter come out to you?
Well, her and I have been dealing with, we've been in a therapy situation with a wonderful therapist because she's had a lot of, which now I realize were red flags, but a lot of discipline issues in school and acting out in school, and her constantly telling me, Mom, I don't fit in. I can't just be myself. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you have all these friends. Why can't you just be yourself? And I feel really bad about my reaction, but I didn't realize the one thing she wasn't telling me is that she can sit around the table when all her girlfriends are talking about wanting to kiss Justin Bieber, and she's like, she can't say Sofia Vergara's got a nice rag. So, I mean, I'm sorry.
Well, she got some taste, let me tell you.
I was about to say, your 12-year-old daughter was brought up right.
Don't know that that's necessarily her type, but she feels left out. And my biggest concern, and I'm glad it came out in therapy, I'm glad it came out. I absolutely am. But what I want to caution her on at this moment, and this is what I'm not sure if I'm doing right. I told her, I mean, in one fail swoop of a sentence, I said, just be yourself, but don't tell anybody you're gay.
That's the
and
same
that
thing.
was such a contradiction and such a shitty thing to say, but I tried to explain to her, I said that because if you walk into school Monday morning and label yourself, I'm just afraid of
The hard life.
society.
Yeah.
I know we've come a long way, but we're so not where we need to be.
Well,
Well,
I
at
am
the same
surrounded
time,
by gay people. I love gay people. And she knows that. She knows all my friends that are gay.
see, and Mom,
But-
this is what I think you should do. I think you should say, you know what, if you're gay, go ahead and be gay, and you know what, don't be afraid to say it. But you also have to know your environment. Like, you can't put yourself in harm's way. Like, if you're on the light rail, I don't think it's a good idea to stand in the center of the light rail in the ghetto and be like, hey, I'm a big homo, kick my butt. You know, but
I do.
Well, first of all, Mom,
not sure
we're
Nevaeh.
going to call you Mom because we don't have your real name, so we're going to call you Mom. First of all, I totally want to applaud you for accepting your daughter and her sexuality.
Yeah, that's
and,
awesome.
And helping her through this rough time. It's going to be a rough time, and yes, young people are very mean. And this is why we have, thank God, we have an organization in our community called 1 in 10 that has is there for the young people. So. We would like for you to offer you that information so you can help take your daughter there, because actually Nevaeh here, she has been part of the 1 in 10, so she can tell you a little bit more about them.
Well, first off, to kind of rewind. The biggest fear that, because that's exactly what you told your daughter was exactly what my stepmother told me. It's fine that you're that you are the way you are, but just don't tell your dad, don't tell anybody, and we'll kind of figure our way to do what we can do. And even though she had the best,
so bad,
right? No. Well, I'm sure, just like my stepmother, you have the best intentions, but be careful, because what that does is that can trigger a sense of bitter and a sense of anger towards you, because you're telling her that it's okay, but
you have to hide it.
So
it's not okay.
Right.
And she's right. She said when she called in that she felt like it was a contradictory statement.
Right.
And she's absolutely right. It is kind of a contradictory statement.
Right.
I think the most important thing, is to educate her on the idea of coming out.
Right.
If you're going to come out, that's perfectly fine, but this is what you need to be prepared for.
Right. Absolutely.
This is what you need to know and protect yourself.
Right. Society is going to be a little more complicated for her to fit in than it is for normal people, but that doesn't mean that she can't fit in, and it doesn't mean that she can't find people who have similarities, and she's not alone, and she needs to know she's not alone, and she needs to know that even if she wants to tell every single person in the world she's gay, you still love and support her.
And that's where we segue into 1 in 10.
Right.
and 1 in 10, my neighbor, Bryce, who is on the phone with us, is the son of my neighbor.
Uh-huh.
And I have the most spectacular support group, and I feel that my daughter will have wonderful family support. So I think we're very lucky in a lot of ways, because I know a lot of my friends, especially my boyfriends, that have come out and have just been so shunned. I think we're going to be able to skip some of that. I'm sure somebody's going to come up with some stupid, ignorant comment, fine whatsoever. I'm a big girl. I'll take care of those people. But she has said a couple of different things to me, and her therapist that brought this up, and when it came out, when we tried to tell her that you can go into class on Monday morning, but I'm struggling with the fact that she said to me last night, she goes, Mom, what if I'm wrong? I'm like, well, sweetheart, until you're sexually active, you may not know that. You know what your body's telling you. You know that you're attracted to women. That's fine. But we've had some instances in the past where she's looked at other things and thought about other things. Oh, God love the frickin' internet. And so I think she's looking at the other just so she can feel like, oh, I got to be like everybody else.
Well,
and I don't want to hinder her. I want her to be as free as she wants to be. But if she walks into school on Monday morning, thank God she didn't do it today, but and labels herself, and the only reason I struggle with this is that what I told her last night is I said, sweetheart, you like sushi. Sushi's one of her favorite new foods.
Oh, it's
very expensive.
She was talking about that stuff.
Cliche.
And then I said, but have you ever tried goat brain? And she's like, no. I'm like, then how do you know you don't like that? And so I don't want to misguide her, but as a very confident 45-year-old heterosexual woman, I didn't know what I liked until I tried both, because my body was saying, hey, I'm just kind of horny, and I got to figure out what
you got to respect a mom who's tried both first. At least she knows what she's talking about.
I always knew when growing. I mean, since my first memory, I think the only vagina I ever came in contact with was the one I came out of, and after that, I was like, oh, we're good.
Oh my God!
But oh, we're good.
But I knew I was gay because I was allergic to it.
Right. No, but I think it's such a. I mean, we all can go back to our preteen years. I mean, that age, and now with kids. I mean, as a school teacher, I see it every day. Kids are so sophisticated now. Not necessarily smart. They're just more sophisticated. They have the opportunity to go on the internet and educate themselves, on what they're feeling, how they're feeling, what's out there, what's not out there, and they're becoming such young adults that you really have to kind of have to discipline them, if you will, and kind of and set the set the ground rules that you're feeling this way. It's fine, but you need to grow up just a little bit before you can really kind of enact on those impulses,
right.
And not to say that to deprive her of that accessibility, but 1 in 10 again is a fantastic organization because they don't focus on just gay. They do career fairs, they do resources, they do testing, they offer such a vast spectrum of great resources for youth that it's not just, hey, you're gay, we're gonna talk about lesbians and gays, and we're gonna talk about Justin Bieber and all that kind of stuff. They do so many great things, and they even allow straight allies, kids that have friends that are gay. I've actually met more straight allies at 1 in 10 than I actually met gay people there, because they had friends that were gay, and he said, I want to bond with my friend, but I don't know how, and so they came to 1 in 10 to kind of get an insight on what it is to be homosexual.
Well, it's raising awareness. You have to raise awareness, which means that you have to talk about it. You can't ignore the fact that gay people exist. You can't ignore the fact that your daughter might be a lesbian, because when you do that, you're setting back that you have to raise awareness by talking about things. The more people are open about the fact that, hey, I'm a lesbian, hey, I'm transgender, hey, I've gone through this, the more the world becomes familiar with that type of thing, and the less they're afraid of it, and the more they embrace it. So I think it's important to...
Well, I think that terminology when Mom was just saying, well, what if I'm wrong? There's no right or wrong when it comes to loving who you love. Yeah. It's research, it's experimentation. I've never, growing up, my mom used to always tell me there are no mistakes, it's only research. And
it's growing up.
Yeah. And so when she says,
very good.
yeah, when she said, well, when your daughter says, well, what if I'm wrong? you're not wrong or right. It's just you're just not sure what it is that melts your butter. I guess if you will.
You have to
Very
find
good.
yourself.
Yeah.
Everyone has to find themselves,
Yeah.
and
I
it's
think-
a journey.
But I just don't want her to walk in and slap this label on herself.
I think the best thing for you to
And
do with her.
That's me. This is me being kind of ignorant because I didn't slap my label on myself until I went and did both.
Why do we need labels?
So
Why
I don't
do
want her
we
to
even
walk
need
in and
labels?
label herself and get shunned or hurt
No,
or
she-
ridiculed because we don't want Mama ending up in jail. 'cause
She doesn't
somebody
need to
called her
label
lesbian
herself.
because-
I don't think there's necessarily. I think what Gunner's saying is right. She doesn't need to necessarily label herself, especially right now because things are so fresh right now.
She just needs to grow up a
I
little
think she
bit.
just
Yeah.
needs to
She
grow
needs to be
into
a
her
kid.
own skin.
Yeah.
But I think the
she needs
best
to be a
thing
kid.
for her to do with your daughter is to bring her there because I think she'll mesh well. She'll make friends that have the exact same feelings that she may be feeling, and if not that, they'll have the same sense of like personal well-beings. They'll have
Right.
the same things that they'll be going through. I mean,
She'll know she's not alone.
she'll
at
know she's not
least.
alone, and that's the number one thing you don't want her to feel like is she is alone, because that's what you end up with a lot of situations, and not to frighten you or anything.
Well, and
Are not good. Yeah.
that's what she feels now. Not only did she feel alone, she just wants to feel accepted.
Right.
and
Well,
that's the
there you
thing with
go.
one and
And I
ten.
think
And-
that's so
well,
important.
and
They will
that's-
open her. They'll
Yeah.
welcome her in there with open arms, and she'll feel accepted in a group. And if she gets an overall feeling of feeling accepted there, she'll be able to evaluate if this is really who she is, and whether or not she evaluates that or not. If she decides she wants to, she's a lesbian, great. If she decides she's not, she's got new friends that'll accept her for who she is.
Yeah.
Right, and she doesn't need to walk into school, on Tuesday morning and say, "Hi,
Right.
my name is," and I'm a lesbian.
Right.
That doesn't matter.
If
I
there's-
don't walk into every place that I go and say, "Hi, my name is Gunner. I also go by Luke, and I'm tranny." And I
Very
don't
true.
say that.
Yeah.
I introduce myself as, "Hi, my name is Luke," or "Hi, my name is Gunner." And society is the one that puts labels on me. I don't label myself.
Right.
It's
Well,
unnecessary.
And again,
Oh,
it just
exactly.
goes. Yeah, it just goes back to that whole that accessibility to information. That the internet it's great, but it's also such a catch-22 because you can find great educational things, but then there's so many things that tell you that they tell you about the Westboro Baptist Church, and
Right.
you see all these stories.
It's all
that
negative.
It's all negative.
Oh.
If there's one
No,
person,
there's good and bad out there, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of bad out there. And I think she's seen some stuff with her confusion where she's at now,
yeah,
because she even told me in therapy she was so afraid to come out to me, which is to me kind of odd because
Oh, it's hard.
I
Yeah,
am
it's difficult.
my life is surrounded by my lovely gay friends and my lesbian friends, and I never make it a platform. It's just like these are my friends.
right.
Yeah, but for
And
me,
she's
it was
known from
different.
It's totally different.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
should be no other way if you're not an ignorant
Yeah.
fool. But I don't want her to put herself in harm's way.
Right. Totally understand that.
That's a big deal.
She needs to find out who she is before
Yeah.
she starts saying, "Hey, I'm a lesbian. I'm a
Yeah, she needs to grow up.
great
a little bit.
big vagina loving girl. That's who I am." She needs to just say,
Exactly. She's not
"Hey,"
even sexually
right? She
active
needs to
yet.
say, "Hey, I'm a 12-year-old individual who has goals, and I am a 12-year-old individual who would like to succeed in life, and I would like to start working on. And if I find love in a male, awesome. If I find love in a female, awesome. But I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to put 7 billion gay rainbow stickers all over my folder. I don't
Right.
need to do that because I'm secure with who I
Yeah,
am."
there's so much more. I mean, there's sports. There's
Yeah,
art.
there's
I mean,
so many different things.
Well, look at-
she doesn't need to label herself, but she also doesn't need to hide the fact
Right.
that that's how she feels.
Well, the big.
No, I don't want her to hide for 1 second. I don't
Let
want
me
that.
let me ask you one thing real quick. Have you ever told your daughter, because you mentioned you're going to therapy and that you completely accept her for who she is? Have you ever told your daughter that you yourself have experimented with?
I wouldn't share that. I wouldn't share that.
My mom told
information.
me.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And
That's just my opinion.
Have you
I'm
shared
kind
that?
of debating whether or not it was a mistake. But yeah, I told her. I said,
Well,
"How do you think
I
I
don't think it
know that
matters.
and I did. I struggled with it, but she came to me and she's like, "What if I'm wrong?" I'm like, "You don't know if you're wrong until you taste the whole menu."
And that's the other point that I was
That's
getting.
funny.
That's the point that I was getting at, is that I wanted to touch on. If you've opened that door to her, you need to then take it to the next step and say, "You're 11.
Watch.
You're 12 years old. You're 12 years old, and I know. I mean, I've seen your daughter, and she's 12 years old, and she looks like she's
Is
17.
she the only child?
No.
No. She has an 8-year-old.
She's 12 years old.
Heterosexual little brother.
She's 12 years old, and she looks like she's a mature 16 going on 17-year-old. She looks very well developed. And
yes, she does.
My point being is that she's going to be hitting junior high soon. She's going to be hitting high school, and I think it's about that time at 12 years old, because at 12 years old, I got the talk. I think you need to start talking to her about ways of being safe if she's going to start opening those doors, because that's when you can then tell her, you do what you want to do. If you feel like you have feelings for a woman, go for it by all means. But here's how you do it properly, so that way you don't get hurt.
Exactly.
We've talked a lot about that. I mean, now that young girls are menstruating so early, she started her period when she was 10.
Oh, that's the hormones in our food, ladies and gentlemen. It's the hormones and everything.
The hormones have just been kicking her in the ass for 2 years.
Well,
and I am so, and I told her in therapy, I was so glad you said it. You finally said it. It's fine. And I said, why did you think I'd be scared? She goes, I knew you'd accept it. I just didn't know what you were going to do. And that's just a typical preteen not wanting her mama to get involved and be all up in her business.
And it's a typical preteen insecurity where at a young age you're a young adult and you don't know what all the world is capable of, and you don't know even you're having a hard time feeling comfortable in your own skin. You can't even accept yourself. How do you know that other people are going to accept you, especially your parents? Like I said, my mom told me that she had tried the lesbian thing, and when I originally said that I was a lesbian, and she had told me that she didn't like it. It wasn't her flavor, to put it in not as nasty words as my mom put it.
But she didn't want to order that entree no more.
Right. That wasn't her part of the menu.
Can you take this back?
This gave me food poisoning.
And for me, when I came out of my family, that's all that I worried about is what my immediate family thought of me, and
I think that's
what the thing. Her focus should be is, okay, she got the approval from her mother, and that's fine. So now you're still a little girl. Why don't you go ahead and start focusing?
Right. Well, at first for me,
on school and everything else.
Right. Well, at first for me, when my mom said, hey, I tried that, it wasn't my flavor, I was like, oh my God, my mom hates me. She tried this and it didn't work for her. So now she thinks I'm awkward because I tried it and it didn't work. But I was wrong.
Let's go. We have another call, so stay online.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna.
Yeah, if I may, we've never actually had two callers on the line simultaneously. I believe this is going to work, but we will call you back.
If you hang up on me,
yes, it's not intentional.
Anyway.
No, we have your number. We'll call you back because
do not hang yourself.
I know you probably have more questions. Let's go ahead and answer this call. Hello, caller.
Go for it.
Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
Hello, it's Todd.
Hi, Todd. How are you?
Afeelya.
Oh, Todd.
I'm good. How are you?
Do we still have mom?
This is
Todd.
This is Todd. This is Todd from the Phoenix Miss Phoenix pageant. Okay.
Hi, Todd.
Oh, and mom's still on the line. So.
Hey, Todd, give us 1 second. We're trying to. We have another caller on there. We're gonna put you on hold for a second. Actually, you stay on the call. We're gonna finish. Mom, do you have any more questions for us that you want us to help you?
No. I don't want to interrupt Todd's time.
No.
I really want to thank you both. I want to thank all of you so much.
Does she know about 1 in 10?
I know I have a lot to process. And I know I have a lot of people behind me to make her be as safe and happy as possible. That's my only goal.
And it's one of those things, as my mother's neighbor, if Rhea has any questions, I know Rhea has a cell phone, she can call me and I can give her, we can help you with so much information if you need anything from any of us.
And 1 in 10 has a Facebook page.
And 1 in 10 has a Facebook page too. So, you can do your research. I would definitely involve her in 1 in 10 just to start things and see how it rolls.
Nevaeh sent you.
Well, yeah, and if worse comes to worse, 1 in 10, don't they still have that high school that they just opened up?
They do.
Still have
But she will be.
Oh, she will be soon.
Well,
so if it proves that life is difficult for her, she can enter the 1 in 10 high school.
Well, Mom, we thank you for calling. Hopefully, we gave you a little insight and some comfort in your decision, helping her out. We would love to hear from you.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Please contact 1 in 10. We gave Bryce, Donna the information. Call them. Get together with them. Sit with her and some of the the what do they call it, the meetings or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and everything's gonna work out. If you have any more questions or whatever, please feel free to call us at any time. Contact anybody. We would love to help you out as much as possible.
Yes.
Thank you so much, you guys. You were lovely. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome, and God bless you, honey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, God bless you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, Mom.
You're welcome, dude.
So awesome, Todd. Thank you for holding. Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Thanks for we just
Todd hung up.
that was the middle of a deep
Todd
cut.
went,
So
He's like,
Todd,
well,
we
thanks
have
for
Todd
doing
on
that.
the phone, who is the promoter for the Miss Gay Phoenix America pageant, which is coming up this Friday. Am I right? This Friday, Saturday.
oh, this is Todd.
Saturday.
Todd Wyckoff.
Wyckoff, that's what I said.
Wyckoff when you can
Yeah.
sneeze. he told me that joke. I'm sorry, I took your joke.
joke. So
He's
why don't you give us some information about your pageant coming up?
So the pageant is this Saturday, April 20th,
Yes.
aka 420, at Charlie's. It starts doors open at 5 p.m., and the pageant will start at 6 p.m. And our theme this year is A Dream, A Journey, A Legacy. And we are honoring Miss Gay Phoenix America 2012, Olivia Garden.
Whoop, whoop.
And of course, we'll be crowning a new Miss Gay Phoenix America. And tickets are available. And general admission is going to be $10. Assigned like an actual seat is $12, and then we have VIP tables for $80.
Now, do you have any
$10.
former Phoenix coming in to help entertain or anything?
Yes, we do. We have Barbara Seville coming in. We have Celia Putty, Maya McKenzie, who was Miss Phoenix 2007, will be a co-host along with Clayton McKee. And let's see, Barbara was Miss Phoenix 1996. And Celia, we are celebrating her 20th anniversary of Miss Phoenix 1994.
Oh, nice.
Which I know if you do the math, it doesn't look like she's 20 year, but based on how everything has worked out in the past, it's actually her 20th anniversary.
I think I'm a former Miss Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken.
You are? So am I.
You were just sitting there waiting to hear
I was
your
waiting for my name,
name.
bitch.
What year were you?
I was 2010.
I was 6'7". Yeah.
6 and 7?
Yeah, it was a
And
long
honestly,
year.
Very long.
the only voice,
What's that?
the only voice I'm recognizing is you, Afeelya. I'm sorry, I don't know who else is there.
Oh, that's that Butch Queen, Nevaeh McKenzie.
It's me.
Oh my God, Nevaeh, it does not sound like you at all.
Thanks. This is my radio voice.
You gotta do one of your voices for me.
Daddy.
Oh.
There you go.
She's a former Miss Phoenix. Hey there,
Oh, yeah.
little feller.
The ghost of Selena.
Hey there, little feller.
I know. Phaedra, Miss Phoenix 2000, she will be there as well.
Oh, lucky.
So, and I know there's other formers. I just don't have the list in front of me.
And you said that was at the April 20th. So that's this Saturday.
This Saturday.
Yes.
And you said that was at Charlie's.
Correct.
At what time?
At Charlie's, yes.
6
Doors open at 5 p.m. and the pageant will start at 6 p.m.
All right. So if anybody's interested and want to contact you, they can find you at Charlie's at any time or via Facebook or anything.
Well, not via Facebook, or you can email us at MissGayPhoenixAmerica@gmail.com.
There you go. So
Or you can like us on Facebook
it's
at
this
Miss Gay Phoenix America.
this Saturday, 6 o'clock, Charlie's in Phoenix, Arizona. So go ahead and join them at Charlie's, and I'm sure we'll see you there, Mr. Nevaeh.
I'll be pooping a lot.
Well, thank you, Todd, for
I'll be
calling
back
in.
Thank you for having me.
Bye,
Have a
Todd. I'll
wonderful
see you
show
later.
today. I will see you in a little bit.
Are you going to bingo tonight?
Okay.
She said yes.
Yay!
He's
I'm
gonna
here
hang up.
right now.
Oh, you hung up on him? Wow, you hung up on him. You're a dick.
So back to the mom. That was.
Dick.
I hope we answered her
That
question.
was an intense conversation.
Well, and I think, I don't know. I don't think the daughter should say anything. I mean, I don't hide it, but just live life. Just,
Well,
I mean, you came out to your mother, and your mother accepts you. Just live
Yeah.
life now. Go do what kids do. You know, sports, arts.
Well, I like to look at like Ellen DeGeneres. When she came out, it was like, hey, I'm gay. And then that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She doesn't talk about it. She doesn't even. I mean,
She
doesn't
doesn't
come out
have
on
not
giant
people get
rainbows
that.
behind her
Right.
at her show.
Oh, right.
Right.
But I mean, she's 12 years old. She needs to grow up just a little
Live life,
bit.
enjoy life. Yeah.
Yeah, it isn't
12 years
time.
old,
It
you
isn't
shouldn't
time
even
to worry
think
about
about
what you're
that.
going to get up
Yeah.
on or get up under. It's time to worry about
But
what
then again,
your
look at the
grades
youth
are.
nowadays. There are 10 and 11-year-olds having sex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's. I mean, and if you're going to do it, you need to do it. Protect yourself.
Well, right,
and
but
be
that's-
safe about it.
That's
But
us
what
as
you
an
said,
adults.
right.
We need to start educating them because there's so many.
oh man, I mean, and I was. I mean, I'm older now, but when I was younger, I started too early. I think getting involved in with who I am, and I figured all that out at a pretty young age
I
for
was
myself.
21.
Oh,
I know. I was like
wasn't.
18, 19,
Oh.
17, 18.
Well, I came from Yuma, so there wasn't,
Well, I lived.
everybody in Yuma was
They
related
just-
to me. I
yeah,
can't
they
really
just-
interact
one other
with them.
Yeah,
person.
they just drilled a hole in a ham and went
Right.
to town. That's what they.
I feel like you're across this table.
Yeah.
But I think it's important now. Like kids want to grow up so fast,
Yeah.
and your parents always say, "Don't grow up so
I don't
fast."
think it's necessarily that kids want to grow up so fast. I
I
mean,
did.
as the mom said, look at all the tools that they have to them. Like,
Yeah.
kids can look at anything nowadays on just an iPhone.
Yep.
Right.
They
Absolutely.
can see all this stuff, and the parents have no idea.
That's true.
Yeah, half my students have piercings and tattoos, and they're like 12,
Yeah.
13 years old.
Kids are expressing themselves younger
It's
and younger, and it's
crazy.
just. I think it's the most important that as a parent of a child who wants to express themselves at a
Yeah.
young age, that you're supportive and protective at the same time.
Well, and I'm glad, that she took her basically took her to therapy because of the issue, the anger issues or whatever she was having. So hopefully now that she's, hey mom, I think I'm lesbian. Hopefully she's back
I think
on the
if
right
she gets
track and
involved with
stuff,
1
and-
in 10 and she sees kids, not
Yeah.
necessarily that are like her, but that accept her, you'll see a mood change.
Well, in
not,
the
well,
same-
not only
the same
not only
boat.
that, but I mean, 1 in 10 really they never did like gay stuff. It
Right.
wasn't like you know
Right.
gay. It was like, look, you guys are youth. How old are you? 16. Do you need a job? Here, let's get you guys.
Right.
They had career fairs. They had Drag 101 stuff.
a group
I mean,
of people that they're
Yeah.
trying to set up to succeed in life,
Yeah.
not a group of gay people that they want
Right.
to succeed and be homo.
Yeah.
It's not like that. It's a group of young people
Yeah.
who need a path to success.
guidance. Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you so much for everybody for listening. Again, at 888-791-9294, any input or any questions for any of us. So let's go ahead and get crazy now. This is the fun part.
Fun stuff.
This is the fun part. And we like to include our token straight boy here, Eric, in some of the questions.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately,
that
Eric,
means I have to share my microphone.
Eric, if you notice, we don't
wouldn't
have our little thing of questions. So we're going to go ahead and let you, off the top of your head, ask questions. And everybody in the building will answer it. We'll go, what is it, clockwise?
Let's start with you.
No, we're starting with Eric first.
Eric's going to ask us.
He's gonna ask, but I don't want to answer first.
Why?
Wait, we're going clockwise. You'll be last to answer.
Yeah.
Is that clockwise or counterclockwise?
This would be counterclockwise.
Oh,
You can't give
son
a
of a
brother a
bitch.
second to think of a question?
I love that he
Well,
said
from
you
what
can't.
I heard
sat there the
yesterday,
whole
Hey,
time.
hey,
what I
you-
heard yesterday, you had plenty of questions.
Oh,
to
wait,
ask.
wait. Can we just go back?
Oh, well,
Hey, you can't let
Is
a
this
brother
that
ask a
section?
question? Like,
That sounded really honky, Eric. I love it.
hey, can a brother please get $1? Like,
what do you want? I'm a little white dude. What do you want? Come on.
It was just, you know.
and we don't give a fuck because it's your birthday. Like, they see me riding dirty. Like,
Wow.
Hey, don't judge him. He was working on his street credit.
Right. Well, Sesame Street cred. Is that what we're talking about? Is that the street we're talking?
I've
Back
got
Street.
great credit.
We're talking
Great
about Back
fucking
Street credit.
right here.
That is okay. Poor Eric. Sorry.
Oh.
So do you have you have a question for us?
I even came in and loaded all the pictures.
Pictures?
Well,
we
yeah,
have
for the
pictures?
two-headed pigs, and I feel you didn't even need to ask, and this is how I'm repaid.
Sorry, she's only here for a night.
I need a second to think.
Okay, we'll go with Gunner then.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta ask the question.
Okay, why don't you ask the question then? Because Gunner's not going to know the type of questions.
set the tone.
Set the tone.
Set the tone.
All right. So
Lower the bar, Ophelia. Lower the bar.
You're horrible.
Are these like?
See, that's not right. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and go. I want something fun. Would you rather be guaranteed a really hot spouse or a rich spouse?
What?
Would you?
You really
rather-
set the tone for
I know.
this, didn't you?
I did. I like this question.
Oh.
To answer the question.
I would rather be guaranteed a rich spouse because you can pay for their plastic surgery if they're ugly.
Oh. Well, there's that.
You can always facelift. You can always facelift a feature, but you can't facelift a personality. So.
See, and I'm
Or money.
I'm the type of person who I always think that, I don't have enough information on the question. What do you mean by rich and what do you mean by pretty? Are we talking like beauty on the outside or beauty on the inside? Are we talking
You were gonna twist it up, aren't you?
Such an AGRA pageant
Thank you.
question statement.
Go ahead and bring
So
the damn.
PC.
The winner of
man.
interview right here.
PC.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
right.
Well, does that mean that you don't have an answer to my question?
No, you have an answer to my question. Answer the damn question.
Yes. My answer is yes.
Yes, what?
Exactly.
Bryce, what would you want?
I love that I
Because
avoided
yours
that.
is hot and rich, so
Right?
Right,
He doesn't get the answer.
He doesn't get
Pass.
the answer. Mike's hot and rich, so that's Bryce is out
says,
by default.
I just realized I just did that.
That you just went. Did you hear that, Mike Fernelli?
That wasn't meant for you, babe. I literally was just going,
Mike, I demand a
Because I'm
raise.
thinking of Nevaeh right now. You know how Nevaeh gets me started. We play off each other. And
Mike,
It's
I
her
want a
fault.
raise.
So what's
I
your
want a raise
answer?
in show pay, and Bryce is not allowed to be at the bar on
So
Friday
what's your
nights.
answer?
I haven't been in a while.
I know.
You should have asked the question, dude.
What's your answer?
I would agree with Nevaeh's answer.
He's already got one, honey. He's rich and hot, so screw it.
Neither of those are particularly individually attractive qualities to me. Like, I've got to agree with Gunner. I
Oh,
don't
God.
know. Like, it's
From the two white folks at the end. From the two white dudes over here. Whatever.
All right, Bryce, give me a question.
God.
My question is, would you rather live homeless for a year or be able to live for one day and have $1 million to spend?
I'd rather be. Wait, hold on. Are we giving Gunner
for one
answer?
day.
No, I actually have a straightforward answer to that question.
What do you mean?
Would you rather?
I don't even have-
Would you rather have $1 million and be able to live flawlessly for an entire day, or be homeless for a year?
are you saying that you die? Are you saying that you die at the end of that day?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
That changes
Do
the
we
game.
die at the end of the year as well?
No, you're homeless for a year. That's it.
So you're homeless for a year and then you live, but you have all the money in the world for a day and then you die?
Well, I mean, with Obamacare, we're all going to be living homelessly for a year.
Well, I actually, without even, no questions aside, I would actually honestly answer that question. I would personally rather live homelessly for a year because then at least at the end of the year, I'm still a humble individual who doesn't have my head up my ass.
Screw that. I'd rather have $1 million for one day.
YOLO. You only live once. Yeah. YOLO. Spend it all. Do whatever.
I
Yeah,
agree
no.
with you. Go ahead. What's your question?
Oh, wait. Does Eric want to answer?
I was just going to say homeless for a year, without a doubt. I mean, that's
Fuck the
far.
two. These two can't play anymore.
That is far more fun than $1 million for one day.
Whatever. Homeless for a year? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I couldn't do it.
I mean, think about all the experience you would have in life after that year.
Yes.
Right. Living under dumpsters.
get away from each
that's
other.
an amazing
But see,
lifestyle.
I was a musician, man. I wasn't that far from it. Like,
Well, I'm a drag queen. We're not that far from it either. But still, it sucks.
What do you got for us, Nevaeh?
Okay, mine's a little dirtier.
Good,
None of
okay,
these.
thank you.
None of these. Would you rather boo boo? Would you rather eat a sink full of bird shit, or
I
have,
thought she was kidding.
or have a bird shit in your mouth every day for a year?
How long of a shit is being shit into your mouth?
Like
is
little,
it like
bird drop, bird poopies.
Who's asking questions now?
that's no different than the hot or rich question. I mean, they're two equivalent.
They're
right.
both nasty.
Right, but the bird shit in the sink that's one time and then you're done. Being bird.
Yeah, but
poop in
how
your
big
mouth.
is your sink? If I have a
You guys
7-gallon sink, I'm not going to be drinking bird shit for the next 4 hours.
I would do the bird poop every day for a year.
Do
Then you can
you
just
have
spit
to
it right
keep
out.
down? Well, no, like if you choose the sink option, I mean,
You guys are never invited to a game night at the McKenzie house because you guys cannot play right.
I didn't know you guys were Christian and we weren't allowed to ask questions.
Well, I'm just saying.
Did you answer?
Yeah. Would you rather?
Did I answer?
Yes.
I think I answered.
Okay.
Or maybe I just agreed with
Why not? You agree?
the two short white guys at the end agreeing.
Right.
Gunnar, ask your question.
My question. Oh, I thought we were still answering. You didn't answer Nevaeh's question.
Yeah,
we did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did.
What was it?
Yes, we did.
No, you
I don't
did
think
not.
you answered.
Well,
I think you completely avoided the
I
question.
thought it was nasty.
But that's your option.
I will die. I'll be homeless and hungry.
You would rather be homeless for a year?
Eating bird shit.
ain't nobody shitting in my mouth.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Unless I'm sitting there at Disney trying to eat a French fry and it pops in my mouth. That's the only time it's going in my mouth.
Oh, see.
Why
All right,
be
go
at
ahead,
Disney?
Gunnar. Go ahead, Gunnar.
Oh man, I thought it was your turn to ask a question.
Answer.
Okay. Okay. So here's my question, which I don't really have to answer, and I guess it wouldn't
Yes, you
really
do.
matter for you
You
either.
do have to answer it.
Oh well, my answer would be obvious. So here's my question: would you rather not have sex with a guy for a year,
I already did.
or if you could have sex next week, but it had to be a girl? What would you do? So
Wait.
no sex at all for a year, or you can have sex next week, but it has to be a girl.
I would have sex with a girl.
That is a good question.
Why? Thank you.
So go ahead and answer it then.
Oh.
I would rather probably have sex with a guy than go a year without sex.
Yeah, he's
at
straight,
all.
so we have to change it up.
Yeah, I assumed that.
Yeah, no,
I assumed
that's-
that's
Well, yeah, because he's straight.
the trap in the question.
Well,
Right.
I was defending us, and I.
All right, well, here, Eric.
Okay, well, I mean, if we're going literal, yeah, I'd
let's
rather
make
have
this-
sex with a woman.
Okay, well, let's
than
make this
go-
equal.
yes.
Let's make this equal for Eric. Okay, fine. You're
Well, he
no
did
sex
answer.
no sex for a year, or you have sex with a girl who has all STDs at once.
Oh hell no!
And I mean like harsh, aggressive
are
rowdy
they-
clap. I mean aggressive clap.
Okay, yeah, here's the thing. My question is...
Is it squish?
Is it during the outbreak? Or does she just have them and like I can put that off for a bit?
So he's been through this before.
All right, go ahead, Gunnar. Oh no, wait, you answer.
Oh, I have to answer the
What would
question?
you do?
wait, have sex with
No
girl?
sex at all for a year, or
Okay.
sex in a week, but with a girl.
Well, I haven't had sex in over 2 years, so I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try the female.
And there you go.
I'd have sex with a girl. I already have.
Ew.
Sorry about it.
I would have no sex for a year. I haven't. Again, I'm in the same boat with Afeelya. I haven't had sex in a long time, so I'm sorry. I can't. It's too much plumbing down there. It's too much going on.
Yeah, I've been a year without sex in my life. Like, I
And
already
your
know what
hands are
that
tired, aren't they?
I'll tell you what.
Amy sure are.
Between all this tech gear and that, yeah, I got some carpal tunnel.
Some aggressive arthritis.
And some chafing.
So he has to. There's no guy option for him. He can't quite do what is demanded.
All right, is it Eric's turn?
Yeah, it's your turn, Eric.
Now you have to ask a question.
You better come up with a good one since we went around. Shit.
Man, I was too busy trying to think my way
Why
through
don't
this.
you go on
labyrinth of,
Facebook and look up the questions that you guys were talking about yesterday?
Well, see, but that's a slightly different
No,
bit.
ask it. Ask your question.
Okay.
It's just a question. It
But
doesn't have to be like. It's just a
I'm
question.
gonna go with the
Mine
first
was
one I
about bird
suggested.
shit.
Well, no, I mean we were.
Mine was about bird shit. These aren't.
Play the game, bitch. Play the
Yeah.
game.
Play the game, baby. Play the game. Play the game.
Okay. What the hell is a popper?
I don't know what those are.
A popper.
And
A
have you used
popper-
it?
Okay.
I'm gonna
Way to
Yes.
way to.
Wait,
See,
what if-
the
wait,
way
what-
this
what?
came up was
Why
the
would-
idea it would be
What
a
the
bit.
fuck is a popper?
How would you know about a popper?
Because
Well, no, see that's the thing.
Is that? Is that some sexual
No.
fetish?
No.
Poppers.
Poppers are something that you do at release. It's something that you sniff in. It's like an inhaler. Or
It's a
Nasonex
VCR
thing.
head cleaner, and you sniff in it, and it
It
induces
relaxes
like
your
drugs?
body. No, wait.
It's like a
listen,
drug?
Listen.
It's a snuffer.
It's a sniffer that it's like a Nasonex thing that you sniff in, but it relaxes your body's muscles so that way people that don't normally
So that
bottom
your
that
asshole
often,
isn't tight.
so that your asshole's loose.
Tight, so your asshole's loose.
So you relax during being penetrated.
So, a follow up to.
So, okay, I've used poppers, but that's the worst thing because I was dizzy with a hard on, and I didn't know I couldn't do nothing with it.
Welcome to the flex.
And I was,
It's the same experience.
I have never used one, but I know what it does. I've heard a lot of people actually do use them.
Never heard of them before just now, so
really?
You might be missing out.
I've never. No, because I wouldn't want to feel.
I don't know.
I need to know what's going on with
Well, if you do too much, you get dizzy because it's all like the chemicals in your. You're like,
Yeah, no, I'm
It
good.
kind of sounds like a whippet.
I need to enjoy it.
like a what?
A whippet?
What's
a
from a
whippet?
can from the
That's
whipped cream.
Yeah.
nitrous oxide from whipped cream cans. Yeah,
What's your next question?
it's a
That
feeling
was
turn.
it.
No, you said you had to go into another question though.
Oh, well, like to what extent does it relax your asshole?
I don't know. I've never done it. Ask
How
us.
about?
Well,
I mean,
why don't you-
how about you
Before
try
you go
some?
popping one of these things, isn't that the kind
How
of the
about-
first
No,
question?
it's
You,
just-
How about you try some and let Bryce and Afeelya know next Monday?
Better yet.
If you took
Why
one
don't
thing
you
you
and
do-
Afeelya try figuring this out? Let's see how
Hey,
it goes.
I love to experiment. If y'all want to experiment, I'll
Do it right here in the
experiment.
courtyard. Do it right outside in the courtyard.
I go get me some Crisco and, and the glove.
All right.
And you can just sniff all you want.
And you tell me how it feels my heart. Okay, question is, have you ever had a threesome with one of your best friends?
No. I've never had a threesome.
You haven't?
No.
Oh. Girl, that's a good one. Oh,
Sound effects didn't work.
Wait, sound
I
effect.
didn't do it. Oh, in my turn? No, I mean, yeah, I have. Ben and Jerry. I have threesomes all the time with my friends Ben and Jerry and Cherry Garcia. So it's a four-way. Half-baked brownie. In case if anybody's listening and, next time you see me, you want to bring me some Ben and Jerry's. That's the one I like. Gunner?
Yes.
Is my wife still logged on?
Uh-oh, they've logged off. They
No,
don't
I'm
know.
just kidding. And there you go.
Get all Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat on us.
I have, and all I have to say is practice safe sex.
For that 12-year-old, yes.
Eric.
No, bitch.
No, you're giving her a word. You're giving her a protection message.
Yes, practice safe sex.
There you go.
No, I have not.
Have you ever had a threesome?
Yes, he already answered that.
We already went over this.
You really need to start paying attention.
He's too
For a guy who
busy-
wants to fool
he's
around, you
too
certainly
busy-
don't listen.
God, I'm listening to you, Eric. I hear you.
Oh, yeah.
I am. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, just so you can make fun of me again.
No.
I would never make fun
Again,
of you.
I make fun of you because I like you. If you ask me
We've
questions
all
and I
heard that
went,
before.
I would spoon you when you were done. You could cry on my shoulder.
If you really liked him, you would know what a popper was before right now.
apparently so. I need to go
Is it like a
Wikipedia.
Pop-Tart?
Is that like a hot Carl or a Cleveland steamer?
What's that? wait, I don't know.
That's a whole nother
Hold
show.
up. No. You can. What is that?
You don't know any of that kind of stuff?
No.
Well,
Lord.
if you come to my bingo nights, that's where I'm getting educated on all this stuff.
What? Educate us now. We
Right.
still got 3 minutes.
A hot Carl.
B3.
Right.
Rimming is
It's fun.
A hot Carl is when you take a dump on someone's chest or face.
I know someone
And
that
a
did
Cleveland
that.
steamer is when you. It's a different term, but yeah, it's just another word for you taking a shit on someone.
okay. So can we go back to the questions? Would you rather be shit on or shit on someone?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I would shit on somebody.
Good question.
I would never let someone shit on me.
No.
Well, clearly, we're all going to be the people to say that we would clearly shit on
I want to
someone.
get shitted on.
I want to be shitted on.
Yes.
And I want to rub it. And
Well, normally at work. You know?
One Bryce, one cup.
That's why he has 2 Facebook pages. That's why.
Bryce 1, Bryce 2,
Because
same
Bryce 2 is the one with the cup.
there you go.
Yeah, I don't think I could get shit on.
No. How about peed on?
I'd really have to like her.
What if you got stung by a jellyfish?
That's different, but I imagine I could do that myself.
Yeah, that's true.
Not in the
No.
shock of being stung.
Would you get pee? Would you get?
What if the jellyfish stung you on your dick?
Stop asking questions.
What?
Well,
It depends on what kind of jellyfish and where we were at.
Right.
And was I alone?
Who do you think you is? Gunner Gatlyn?
And was
What?
it during the nighttime?
Yeah, Bryce. Let's ask. What if Mike said, "Hey, baby, I want to pee on you tonight."
He wants to be on me.
Yeah.
He's like, bitch, that was last Thursday.
I
I'm
don't
trying to
just
think
on
about the
you.
question.
Chip,
What if
chip,
he
chip.
said he wanted to pee on me?
Yeah. Have
No.
you pissed on him?
With that answer, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you to our guests this evening. This is Nevaeh, McKenzie, and Gunner Gatlyn. Don't forget to go to our sponsors, TLA.com/QTalk for your 10% discount on all your items that you order. And next week we have a very good show. We have next week. We want to say thank you to our tech guy. This is Eric right here.
Thank you to Nevaeh and
Thank
Gunner
you.
for being
Thank
here
you.
tonight.
I had such a good
Thanks for
time.
having
Yeah,
us.
it was a blast.
Next week we
Yeah,
have
totally.
DJ Sweat
Was it
and Lady
nerve-wracking,
Christian.
was it?
Huh?
No, not at all.
No. Thank you, Bryce.
Thank you,
My name is Afeelya Bunz, and this is
Bryce.
Bryce. And we'll see you all in the Gayborhood. Good night.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Peace.